WebSportsRadio.com, in association with KBFL, proudly presents.
Across the line to Kovacic. Kovacic, the leading scorer for Missouri State. Drive, score! And guess who gets that goal? The guy that we are going to talk to in the second period intermission, Carson Warnig.
Isn't that the way it usually goes?
Carson Warnig with a nice blast through some traffic, and Missouri State has a 1-0 lead.
You know, that would sound really egotistical if it wasn't so true. It happens more often than not. I can't figure it out.
Missouri State University Ice Hockey.
2-on-1. Here's Saunders with Lounder. To Lounder, he shoots, he scores! I'm going to do it, Dan. I'm going to interview every Ice Bears player. The two we interviewed today have scored goals. And Chad Lounder gets his first goal with Missouri State this season.
With the call, here's Dan Lee and Steve Casson.
And live from Mediacom Ice Park in the Stan Melton Ice Arena, it is Game 2 between Missouri State and Arizona State. Hello, everybody. Steve Casson along with Dan Lee and our cameraman Alex Somm tonight, as Missouri State coming off a 4-1 win yesterday. The hat trick for Nikita Salnikov, 6 goals on the season for the Russian-born product. And Missouri State, after a 1-1 hockey game and nobody scored in the second, they get 3 in the third. Salnikov with 2 and O'Brien with the other. And Missouri State right now is 7-2-1 on this early season. Arizona State, the Sun Devils, 2-5-0-1 this season. And yesterday's win is a 2-game winning streak for Missouri State. They won 3-1 back on November 16th, and of course yesterday's game, both here at Mediacom Ice Park. Both teams did not play each other when Missouri State joined Division I back in 2015-16. Zane O'Brien now leads with 4 goals in the series. Andrew Kovacic and Nikita Salnikov each have 3. But Arizona State does lead the Lifetime Series. They won 5 out of the past 7 meetings between these two clubs. The Sun Devils outscored Missouri State 25-19 in those games. And this is an Arizona State team, Dan, that only returns 4 players from their current roster from 17-18. I'll tell you what, though, it's a tough game squad. Yesterday, though, Missouri State just, we'll call it the bus legs or whatever you want to call it, but Missouri State just had a little bit more in the tank in the third period.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And also, I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that the Ice Bears figured out the weak spot of goaltender Joshua George, which appeared to be right between the legs. They got him a couple of times, especially Nikita in his hat trick effort. And I think that is going to have something to do with Tate Green's decision on who to start in the pipes tonight. We believe it's going to be Bronson Moore. We're not absolutely certain of that.
It is. I just got the word. It is Bronson Moore. In 5 games, he's 2-3 with a 3.61 goals against average and an .824 save percentage. He's allowed 18 goals on 84, let's see if I can do my math here. That would be 112 shots.
Yeah, so we'll be looking at a new goaltender tonight. That's another puzzle for the Ice Bears to try to solve tonight. In the meantime, Brady Griffin last night, you know, we talked so much about the outstanding night that Nikita Salnikov had. We kind of glossed over the fact that Brady Griffin played an outstanding game in the pipes for Missouri State University last night.
Exactly. Salnikov did what he did, but Griffin was the one that kind of held the team in check, and Missouri State couldn't have done what they did yesterday without Brady Griffin. And in yesterday's game, Griffin faced 30 shots and only allowing 1 goal.
Yeah.
Griffin this season now is 2-0. And he has reduced his goals against average. Griffin right now, his goals against average has dropped to 1.34, and he has a .951 save percentage. You look at those stats and you say, he's the one to beat right now.
Yeah, and we've seen both goaltenders this year that play so well, Bailey Stevens as well. But, yeah, right now, no doubt about it, Brady's got the hot hand, and he did an outstanding job last night and really through all the tense moments when it stayed 1-1 for so long. He came up with big save after big save and kept it 1-1 until we could get to the third period. And as you say, I do believe that Arizona State University finally felt those bus legs catch up with them in the third period. Seemed like the Ice Bears had half a step on them from about 12 minutes left in the game on. I think it really kind of, it was a telling factor, let's put it that way. I believe ASU is well rested. I think they're going to come into this game with some intent and some purpose. Yes, they only returned the 4 players, as you mentioned, but you know what? You would never know it. Tate Green has these guys fired up and ready to play some hockey this year, and it's going to be just as every bit as entertaining tonight as what we saw last night.
It definitely is, and I'll tell you what is also entertaining is the fact that Missouri State is in pink jerseys, and they've been in these pink jerseys yesterday and today. They will be auctioned off, the jerseys will, at the drop of the third period. And coming up for both intermissions, in fact, we had to extend the interview. We talked with Crystal Webster. She is the Executive Director of Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks, BCFO. And this is the organization that the Ice Bears have helped put this on. And it ran so long, we have 2 interviews with her, so or a continuous one. So first and second period, we'll talk with Crystal about her organization and some things that people don't realize. It can affect breast cancer more than just women.
Yeah, and Crystal has quickly become one of our favorite people. We look forward to our visit with her every year, and she always has amazing studies and tales and statistics and things that people need to know about breast cancer, and we are so happy she could come join us again. We'll have her at the second and the first intermission for this night's game, and we can't wait to let you hear that.
And of course, I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to bid. I will try to bid for a jersey. I don't really care who it is. I just want a jersey. They are fantastic looking jerseys.
They're actually very, very pleasant to look at. It's kind of hard to look at the numbers from a broadcaster's point of view. We had a little bit of trouble with them last night. But overall, there's some pretty sharp jerseys, and I think you get the socks to go with them. I'm not sure. But they have the matching hot pink socks.
Oh, gotta get those hot pink socks.
Gotta get the hot pink socks to go with the jersey. I don't know if that is allowed or not. Maybe they get to keep the hot pink socks as a souvenir. I don't know. But I would have to demand that.
Want to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard thanks to Dan Dow. And right now, Arkansas has a 2-1 lead over Arizona. That is through 2 periods of play. Well, do you know what Arizona has done in the last 2 games?
Yeah.
They have given up 9 goals in the third period. They were leading Arizona State, and they end up losing that game on Thursday. They were leading Arizona yesterday in the third period, and they gave up 4 goals. They lost that hockey game. We are now apparently in the third period, and it's 2-1 Arkansas over Arizona right now. And, I hate to say it, but for Arizona to win, they're going to have to basically put 3 games in a row to Arkansas where they've lost it in the third period.
Yeah, and Arkansas obviously has some kind of problem with finishing what they start. I mean, they have played 2 good periods each of the last night and somehow not able to finish it off. Let's go down to Kevin Thoreau. And in just a second, we'll have our starting lineup.
Tim Greasy.
Oh, is it Tim tonight?
It is.
Okay.
For tonight's game are as follows, beginning with the Sun Devils of Arizona State. Starting for the Sun Devils, the forwards, number 9, Adam Havner. Number 20, Tim Hoffenkamp. Number 15, Max Alizada. The starting defenders for Arizona State, number 5, Zach Kowalczyk. Number 27, Jack York. In goal tonight, number 1, Bronson Moore. The Sun Devils are coached by head coach Tate Green. And now, from downtown Springfield, Missouri, home of your Missouri State University Ice Bears, here are your Ice Bears starters. Starting at left wing, number 15, Zane O'Brien. Our starting center for the Ice Bears, number 9, Jordan Bratton. And the right winger, number 12, Travis Barrett. Our Ice Bears defenders, the left defenseman, number 27, Derek Smith. And our starting right defender, number 61, Carson Warnig. Our starting goalie tonight, number 35, Brady Griffin. And ladies and gentlemen, joining the Ice Bears on the ice tonight is a first grader from Bingham Elementary School. This young man is 6 years old. He's a part of Jordan Valley Park's Mites hockey team. Please welcome Cale Cassidy. The Ice Bears are coached by assistant coach Brendan McClue and head coach Jeremy Law. Our referees for tonight's game, Mark Marzola and Mitchell Erickson, and the linesmen, John Metz and Wayne Kidd. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we kindly ask you to please rise and remove your caps as we honor and pay tribute to our nation and those soldiers and sailors in uniform tonight who find themselves in harm's way. As we sing our national anthem, we invite you to please sing along as our anthem is performed this evening by Miss Carly Backus.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You know, I don't know of anybody else on this level that has consistently good national anthems like we do here at Jordan
beautifully
Valley.
sung once again. Missouri State is going to change things up tonight. Out tonight, of course, Alex Chorin, Josh Bell. On the top line, the guy that just got a hat trick, he gets promoted. Nikita Salnikov will be centered by Andrew Kovacic and Hunter Cooley tonight. The B line, as announced, starting stays. And then it's Matt Matty, Spencer Sollenbach, and Alex Rubin, along with Austin Davis centering Shane Thornton and Sasha Perron. Let's go back down to the ice for a presentation.
He provides comprehensive care through every stage of this disease using cutting-edge treatments. Dr. Brian Biggers will be dropping our ceremonial first puck this evening. He is joined on the ice by his son, Kenan.
That's always a fun thing for a kid to do that.
Thanks so
ceremonial
much,
puck drop.
And he gets to keep the puck.
That's right, he does. And also, defensively for Missouri State, they're going to keep everything the same with the exception of the addition of Patrick Johansson and Brian Schumacher. So Alex Smith is out tonight, and it will be Brady Anderson as the seventh defenseman.
So if we have half the game we had last night, we're in for a wild night of hockey. A lot of skill being shown, and the Ice Bears eventually able to break it open late in the contest. Let's see what happens in game number 2 between these two ACHA Division I powerhouses.
It is loud here as Missouri State skates from the left to the right and Arizona State from the right to the left. Jordan Bratton comes in to take the draw, and he will not win it from Tim Hoffenkamp, and it goes back into the Arizona zone where quickly it's taken away by Hoffenkamp.
Arizona State hoping that a change of uniforms tonight will lead to a little more success as the first shot comes in on goal. Rebound comes right back. Actually, I think it actually bounced off a defenseman and right into the glove of Brady Griffin, and he'll hang on. But ASU decked out in their bumblebee black and gold tonight. The Sun Devils come in with the yellow shoulder pads, yellow numerals and trim, and the rest in as dark a black as you can ever find on a hockey uniform.
Yeah.
Ice Bears, of course, are still decked out in their breast cancer awareness pink jerseys and socks and black pantaloons, and we're ready to go as they face off to the right of Brady Griffin. The puck is fought for and finally comes back out to the point, held in by Kowalchuk, and it goes to the near board. Centering pass comes across, intercepted by the Ice Bears.
Going to come all the way down into the Arizona State zone, and do we get an icing?
No, it went off the side
We get a very, very low whistle.
I really thought that went off the pipe, but maybe not.
Well, it went off the side of the cage, and they're going to call icing. Dan, I was about to say that those uniforms kind of reminiscent of the Boston Bruins, kind of like them a little bit.
Absolutely.
Not
Easy
too bad.
comparison. Face-off, won by the Ice Bears. They'll take it around behind the net. Brennan Anderson, his pass intercepted by Yager Larson. Now it comes back into the corner. Hurl tried to get a stick on it, couldn't get it done. The Ice Bears break out.
They'll have it on the left side. Now down the middle, it goes off the stick of Salnikov. Shot right back in, and Salnikov will change up. As the Ice Bears do change, Salnikov to forecheck, puck out to center ice. 19:02 to go in the period. A drive in from the red line by Chris Brown has to be saved by Bronson Moore. He's played 5 games this season, 2-3 with a 3.61 goals against average. And I like the goal pads. You know, it's kind of strange when you don't get white.
Yeah.
You get one of your team colors and you change teams.
Yeah.
You still have to wear it. It's green and yellow for him.
As the Ice Bears try to get out of their own zone, they finally do make it as far as the blue line, but it's checked back the other direction. Now picked up and out to the red line. Rubin has it.
He'll swipe it all the way in, and Missouri State will finish that line change. 18:23 to go in the period. Far side to John Studioso. Now taken away by the
Gavin Klein.
Yeah, Gavin Klein. I thought that was 18.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to see there for a second. Klein gives and gets it back, and now behind the goal, he'll try to get it out of there. Into the corner it goes. It'll be Adam Havner who fights for it for ASU, but it's taken away by Missouri State.
Ice Bears have it on the far side pass, comes across the line. Now working it into the zone and getting a shot off the side of the cage.
No, I don't know if that touched anything upstairs.
That hit the side of the cage and went up and over. It's a fan souvenir.
No, it went straight up into the rafters and came back down, but I don't think it really ever touched a rafter.
Well, the puck's going to stay in. That's advantage for Missouri State. The reason why I hesitated is 18 is Donovan Myers. He used to play for the Springfield Express. As a shot comes right in, and it's tipped in front by Davis and held on to by Moore. And so I thought he was in the lineup, but I decided to err on the side of caution just in case. He is not in the lineup tonight. Off the draw, the Ice Bears try to push it forward again, and Davis will get it low along the goal line. Centers it in front. It goes off of the goal stick of Moore. Far side, still a battle for it in front. It hits the referee, and he gets high-sticked.
Oh,
the referee gets high-sticked, or the linesman, that is, gets high-sticked.
That hurt.
And he is not really looking at anything other than himself to make sure that he's okay. Puck, meanwhile, goes behind the net. He gets back into his position. Will go to the corner now, right side. Derek Smith drive in, tipped in front. Backhander misses wide by Davis. It'll go to the far side, and holding it in nicely is Carson Warning with his body, too. Another player gets slammed down, and we're going to get a penalty. It'll go against Missouri State, and Davis is going to go. And he shakes his head, says no, but the official, Mark Marzola, says it's checking from behind, and you will go into the penalty box.
Can't say I argue with him.
I'll see if we can get an idea of what happened there. And so here's where it starts. It's actually after it comes behind the net. And it was a checking from behind.
Yep.
They both kind of ran into each other, but it definitely is so.
It'll be Power play number 1 as we go down to the Ice Bears' end of things, and the Ice Bears do manage to win the draw. They try to flip it out. It only gets as far as the point and gets knocked back. Now they steal it away.
Puck will be cleared all the way down with 16:59 to go in the period. Ice Bears on the penalty kill, 7 for 56, 87.5%. They were as much as 95% on the penalty kill.
Here comes Arizona State University, and they don't get very far as the Ice Bears turn it back again.
Puck cleared all the way down, and it'll be stopped by Moore. He'll flip it up in front of Kovacic. And to the point, it's held in by Rubin. Cross-ice pass. Here's Kovacic in front as he tried to hit Rubin, and he missed. They did not connect. Now it's Levi Holston, gets it out to center, and cross-ice pass to the right.
Oh, nice effort that time from Gavin Klein, but he gets met at the blue line, and Anderson took it away. That's Brennan Anderson. As ASU goes back to work on the power play, 1:05 left in that. From a sharp angle right along the red line, a nice save by Brady Griffin. There wasn't much room there, but they tried anyway, and here's MSU.
Ice Bears with a line change, but it's Anderson, gives it to Kovacic, a lot of room right side, hit the post! He hit the post, got it past Moore, and the goalie's best friend has kept it no score. Oh, the Ice Bears were that close. And now they complete their line change. So does Arizona State. So...
Boy, that'd have been a good one for the PK challenge.
Yeah, Budman will wait. Al puck comes out to center and into the Missouri State zone.
Hurl tries a shot that goes wide to the right. It's going to be taken back by ASU as Havner brings it out to the point. York back to Havner. Havner looks in, takes the shot. Oh, and another post gets hit on the other end this time. And Brady Griffin lucky to get the rebound back into his glove. And now both goaltenders can say they have a friend tonight.
Oh, they definitely do. And I'll tell you what, as a goaltender myself, when I know I've been beat, when I hear that clank, it's the happiest sound.
Oh, no kidding. So the power play continues as the Ice Bears clear the zone. Only 10 seconds left in it.
No icing as they're killing the power play. 15-17 to go in the first period. Cross-ice pass to the left side. It'll go to Adam Havner.
Havner takes it in himself, stops, waits for some help, gets it at the top to York. York snaps one off, this one wide to the left. And the penalty has expired. We're back at 5-on-5 hockey. Ice Bears can't clear it out, but York does it for him as a bad pass goes behind Kowalchuk and comes out to center ice.
Arizona State back into their own zone to set things up. Kowalchuk out of Queen Creek gives it up on the left side. A couple players get tangled. No penalty, though.
And a stick floating free. One of the Ice Bears without a stick. And the Ice Bears working hard to get it out of the zone, and they do. Break a man free.
And a shot hit the post. This one by Travis Barrett as the Ice Bears broke in. And he hit the crossbar. It did hit metal, and the puck is cleared out to center ice.
Incredible. We've had 3 irons already. ASU offside, and they don't get called for it. Well, they got back in time, I guess.
Dan, Missouri State has 2 shots on net. They've hit the post 3 times. Here comes Travis Barrett. That's not a shot when you hit the post. Puck comes in, and it'll be held onto by Moore.
Yeah, that's just like a little while ago. The Ice Bears had a shot that came in on goal from the red line, but they had players offside at the time, and that would not count as a shot either, and did not.
Well, on the PK challenge tonight, it's $8 per penalty kill and $37 per shorthanded goal, and that would have been... Everybody that signs up would have had to pay $37. That's a lot of money. Shot comes in from the left side off of Brian Schumacher's stick, and it's held on to by Moore.
Well, they still got to pay a little bit for the PK, right?
Yeah, the PK is $8 for every penalty kill and $37 for every shorthanded goal.
Okay.
Now, as the Ice Bears steal again, they shoot, and this time, as Barrett got the opportunity, it's gloved down by Moore, and we'll do it all again. Taking a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Coming up, let's see here. Davenport over Toledo through 2, 4-1. And Dan, late in the third period, Arkansas 3, Arizona 2.
Late in the third.
Late in the third. Don't know what late is, but let's just say the game's still going on. Now in his own zone, Havner. He'll try to wait to set things up. Ice Bears with 1 man changed on the back end. Grabbed over by Holston out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Holston this season, 3 goals, 3 assists. He matches Jet Larson's totals.
Ice Bears doing a good job of, now they get one swiped away. In on goal with a weak shot is Holston, and Levi couldn't get any seriousness on that shot, so it comes back outside, and another big shot that's knocked down by the defense from Bradley Bowman.
Lead pass, it'll go to Barrett on the left side, drops it now, and Schumacher with a drive, it's blocked. Schumacher again. Now as he sends it in low, working his way is Barrett, but we come the other way as it's cleared out to center and all the way down to the Missouri State zone. Is this icing? It is. Yep. Icing will be the call. Face off with 12:55 will come back into the Arizona State zone.
So nice to see Schumacher back out there again, because not only is he a good defenseman, he also adds a certain element of extra offense at times.
Well, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Right now it's good, as the Ice Bears have a couple of offensive defensemen, including Derek Smith, Brennan Anderson, Chris Brown, and they're all offensive defensemen. Ice Bears keep the puck in, down in low. It works to Solnikov. Cooley is there, could not get to him. It goes to the point to Anderson, left side. He shoots, save, rebound in front, and Cooley through the air, tipped it wide.
And he got kicked by Hamner. Did they catch that?
No, they didn't. Solnikov gave it a Cooley through the air, and he tipped it wide. Now here's Brown. He shoots, save, rebound, it's covered up. And Cooley comes in, inadvertently, he trips Budman, and now Solnikov gets involved with Klein, and tempers are flaring here.
Oh, this is more than just flaring.
Yeah, Cooley, I think he was going for the puck. I don't think there was any ill will.
Absolutely, and there was no arm up on that.
And unfortunately, the player got turned around and ended up falling down. It looked like a trip because of where his stick was, but I don't believe it was intentional, but we will get penalties.
Well, it's what you call the tourniquet effect. The stick was right in between the legs, and when he went by, it twisted between both legs and took him down like a whirlpool. But it was totally unintentional, and the retaliation was not called for.
So Kovacic is in the box. Salnikov is in the box. I didn't see who goes in for Arizona State.
I think Levi Holston's going to be one of them.
Well, what do we do know? We know that it's no score, 12:25 to go in the period. 7-5 are the shots in favor of Missouri State. That's all we know at this point. And Salnikov and Kovacic are both in the box.
And at least one ASU player. We'll wait and see how many. I only saw one go in myself. Did you happen to see more than that? Matt Reisner is our statistician tonight. Did you see anybody else go in for ASU? Just one? That's not good news. Okay, if you can't bring good news to the table, I don't know about you, Matt. Well, we'll wait for the officials to sort it out and see if they got everybody that they wanted. The only one on the board is Kovacic. Now they put up a ASU number. That's Budman. Brad Budman will go in the box.
Well, there's the play developing, and Cooley, interestingly enough, gets nothing. So we know that Budman is in, and that's 2 minutes. We know Kovacic is in for 2 minutes.
And we know we're going to skate 4-on-4.
Now, that means Salnikov may have gotten more.
Yeah, he might have got a 10-minute misconduct or something.
And if he did, that's going to change lines up even more. Well, we will try to get the call.
Arizona State penalties, number 19, Gavin Klein, 10-minute misconduct. Klein, 10-minute misconduct. Also for Arizona State, number 8, Bradley Budman, 2 minutes roughing. Budman, 2 minutes roughing. For the Ice Bears, number 90 is Nikita Salnikov, 10 minutes misconduct. Salnikov, 10-minute misconduct. And at number 20, Andrew Kovacic, 2 minutes roughing. Kovacic, 2 minutes roughing.
So those are the calls, and that's why we're 4-on-4.
And ASU with a crease and a shot, and another good stop from Brady Griffin on the backhander. As we enjoyed end-to-end action there on your West Sports Radio video provided by Alex Som tonight. Welcome back, Alex. Good to see you again. The master video man providing some great shots tonight. ASU on the 4-on-4 launches one that goes a little bit wide to the right. That was Miller, Kenneth Miller, and it comes back to the near corner. And Missouri State University will be the first ones there, working out from behind their own goal. They've got some speed.
Ice Bears have it. Barrett breaks free. He shoots and a blocker save. It goes to the far side. Ice Bears with O'Brien. 4-on-4. Lots of room. Missouri State likes it. O'Brien tips it to the middle, and it's out to center ice, one-handed by Hoffenkamp.
Hoffenkamp will chase it down himself. It gets back to the Ice Bears, though.
Missouri State with a 2-on-2. It's like we're in overtime now. Shot in by Anderson Johansson actually, gets deflected up and out of play. 11:01 to go in the period. Shots 8-6.
Yeah, it's so funny. All that melee caused by a non-penalty. We didn't think Hunter Cooley was going to get called for that, and he didn't. But everybody else had to have an opinion on it, and that's why 4 players went to the box.
36 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. Ice Bears win the draw. Derek Smith tried to get it to Bratton, but instead it'll go to Cooley. He'll work it 4-on-4. Now 10:52 to go in the period. No score. Up the middle. Intercepted, though. Havner has it, and a lead pass. It'll go to Maxwell
Elizade, and he takes the shot, and a good stick save by Brady Griffin as Elizade came in on right wing and managed to level one there. Ice Bears lost it momentarily. Got it back just in front of their own goal, and they'll come on the left-hand side. And the Ice Bears have it back. ASU has it back as Kowalczyk goes to work. He'll give it to York. York gets the pass pinned along the side there, but it's eventually worked out of there by Kowalczyk. He'll come across the blue line facing 1-on-2. Goes all the way to the corner, tries to feed it around, and it's deflected up and out of play. With 10:15 left to go here in a scoreless first period, I'm Dan Lee, along with Steve Casson. Glad you could join us tonight on westsportsradio.com. Alex Som on video. Matt Reisner on stats. Missing Dr. Ben Goss this weekend. He had other things he had to do. So no man between the glass. Hurry back, Doc. Ice Bears win the draw. And they get it out to their own blue line, and now on the move.
Ice Bears had it momentarily across the line as John Studioso was able to clear it out. But Missouri State will gain possession once again.
Matt Matty having trouble collecting it tonight as they chase it all the way back down into their own zone to the Ice Bears. Now ASU with some good forward-checking pressure tries to keep it in there, and they do. Still scrumming for it on the near half board. Now bodies go flying. Don't see an arm up anywhere. ASU comes up with it and swatted away. And did it stay in? Yes, it did. But the Ice Bears will be on top of it. Brennan Anderson goes back to chase. He himself gets chased back by John Studioso, and they nearly lost it again. Again, great forechecking pressure right now, but you know there's a back door open somewhere if they can find it. Here they come. Ice Bears on the move. Ruben.
As they tried to center in front to Sollenbach. The return pass as Sollenbach was behind the net. Didn't get it. Now it is still worked for. The Ice Bears behind the net tried to get it to Ruben. Sollenbach looking for the pass. He's going to race all the way over to the point and keep it in. But the Ice Bears can't get it. It's cleared out to center, and as they do send it in, it's a delayed offside.
There was a hook. If you're looking at it right.
Yeah, Matty originally held his stick, and then the defending player, which was Studioso, just left it up along his shoulder.
Yeah, I think both players are trying to grab a call there.
No icing. I'm sorry, there is an icing, and it's sent all the way back into what I was going to say was no penalty, and it's sent all the way back down into the Arizona State zone. Steve Casson, Dan Lee, Alex Som doing good camera work for us. And Matt Reisner, our statistician. Thanks for joining us on Web Sports Radio and KBFL and Off the Draw. The Ice Bears managed to tip it into the corner, but as a stick of Thornton was dropped, Missouri State has to chase it back into their own zone. They do manage to clear it out, gets it over to Keith Miller, or Kenneth Miller, that is. I had an old buddy named Keith Miller. That's why I want to call him Keith, but it's Kenneth.
Patrick Johansson will tap it to his defensive partner back behind the goal, and they'll wait. Send a couple players streaking through behind. They pick it up, and here we go.
at the red line. It comes across to Thornton. He waits. It's deflected away from him. Perron is there putting some forechecking pressure. Now Davis with it. He gets it at the right dot. And a wind up by Johansson. Drive save. Rebound and a save again on the second effort by Perron. We get a whistle, stoppage and play, penalty. It'll go to Arizona State.
Yeah, I think it happened long out here in the point area.
It's checking from behind. And that'll be Havner who's going to go in.
7:54 left in the scoreless first period, and the Icebergs will get their first power play opportunity of the night.
They will. 3 penalties, 14 minutes each. Bratton to win the draw. O'Brien cross ice. Now from the left side, Johansson will crisscross with Schumacher. O'Brien again, a defender fell down for ASU. Ice Bears have it, high slot. Schumacher gets it, shoots, and a save. 7:39 remaining in the period. And it's final. Arkansas, they get a 3-2 victory over Arizona.
That's
Arkansas,
huge.
I believe, I want to say they're 23-24, and Arizona number 16, so they get a split. Now, makes you wonder if this was a situation where the Ice Bears played 2 instead of 1, what they would do.
Oh, here comes Larson, and Yager Larson almost snuck one in as he beat Johansson to the puck in the Ice Bears zone and tried the backhander across the way. And another great stop by Brady Griffin to follow that one all the way and stick that pad out, or it would be 1-0 as the Ice Bears finally bring this one to a close. We'll face this off outside. I think it was actually an offside call. So we'll come back outside the zone. No, we're going to go all the way to the center circle.
Face off at center ice.
I'm not sure what the call was then. But it'll be Jordan Bratton stepping in against Hurl, and the Ice Bears win the draw. Here's Barrett with the puck.
3-on-2. Barrett crisscross with Bratton. Now to O'Brien. The beeline on, and it is taken away with authority and cleared by Jarrett Hurl.
And again, ASU streaking, even though they're on the penalty kill, they're streaking down to put some checking pressure on. Here's Travis Barrett one more time.
After a long pass up to the center, Barrett is there, gets it in front to O'Brien. Blocker save as he got the shot off. May have been going wide anyway. Yeah. Schumacher races to keep it in on the right, on the left side. Now the right side to Johansson. He shoots, he scored! It may have been tipped in or not, but it's Johansson's goal.
I don't think it was.
And the Ice Bears take the lead 1-0. That is his first goal this season. And the way that the Ice Bears reacted, I think they are going to give it to Johansson.
Yeah, I don't think it was deflected at all, but what he did do was he cocked the hammer on that gun, and then he waited for the thing to get so congested that he knew the goaltender couldn't see him. And I don't think that goaltender, Bronson Moore, ever saw that puck coming.
And it is a 1-0 lead for Missouri State. We'll catch the call from Tim Greasy in a moment.
Just good
Ice Bears goal is scored by number 58, Patrick Johansson. Assisted by number 81, Brian Schumacher. For the Ice Bears, the power play goal, Johnson from Schumacher. Time of the goal, 13:15 in the first period.
So
Bradley Anderson, go ahead.
I'd say the Ice Bears have that 1-0 lead, but they're in their own zone defensively now.
Yeah, I was going to say Bradley Anderson getting his first shift on defense right now, and the Ice Bears having trouble getting out. Now they finally do. Big collision of center ice.
Make that Sollenbach's there. He's working it behind the net. Now it comes right up the middle in front. Oh, what a save! Huge effort there by the Ice Bears' Alex Rubin, and a big save in front by Moore. Missouri State could have had a 2-0 advantage.
Bronson Moore not nearly as big as his counterpart last night. Joshua George stood about 6'3", 195. Moore just 5'11", but 165 and very quick. And his quickness showed on that stop.
Off the draw. Puck will be won. The Ice Bears will have it again. Kovacic is there. And as I mentioned earlier, Ice Bears are without as a shot comes in from the left side by Anderson. It's held onto. Ice Bears are without Turin and Bell on the top line, so it's Nikita Salnikov and Hunter Cooley, centered by Andrew Kovacic. The problem is Salnikov is sitting in the sin bin for a couple of more minutes.
Yeah, about 3 more minutes.
Also out, Saunders, Launder, Alex Smith, and Sam Heiserode. Heiserode came back from injury, and he's out again.
Oh, there's a steal at center ice and a near opportunity for Austin Palumbo. And he took it away again. Comes in, shot saved at point blank range. Tried to go 5-hole. Griffin was ready for it. Here's Kovacic from Missouri State University.
He'll bring it up to the right side. Now to the left side to Cooley. He'll drop it down in. No, I mentioned Sam Heiserode, broken hand.
Oh my goodness, after just coming back. Not Sam's year.
Puck off the glass and cleared out to center. Line change for Arizona State. 1-0 Missouri State. Now a drive in that's partially blocked, and they tried to hit the trailer. That was Chris Brown. And it'll be Havner to clear it out for the Sun Devils.
Jager Larson tries to split the defense. He'll dump it in himself. Way out of the crease to plate is Brady Griffin, and it comes around to the near side. Ice Bears have it back.
They move it across the line. 3-on-2 into the zone. Davis in front. He shoots and a save. Big save there as Davis broke free past a couple of players, kind of reminiscent of what Salnikov did yesterday.
Yeah. The more ASU forechecks, the more they leave that back door open.
Ice Bears dump it in. They complete their change. Held by Kenneth Miller to the far side. And the Ice Bears can't get it, but it is cleared up to Klein off of his stick and back down into the ASU zone, where it's mishandled. Hits the referee, and the officials are getting the brunt of a lot of things tonight. Buck to the near side, or make it to the far side. They looked for the near side, but it was broken up, and now it's out in front of the Missouri State bench.
Here's Jager Larson. He's got a man breaking down the middle. It's his brother, Jet. Can't quite get it to him, and Missouri State will try to track it down in the corner. They do. Now the bodies start to pile up behind the net, finally taken away by the Ice Bears' Sasha Perron, and out to the blue line it comes, but only momentarily as it's turned back. Griffin will have to make a play on the puck, turn it into the corner. Carson Warning does battle in the corner for Missouri State, and got the better of, I believe, that was John Studioso that time, but the puck comes as far as the red line, and now the Ice Bears will dump it in and go for a change.
All the way down, no icing, 13, or make that 3:16 to go in the period. Working out of some trouble is Alexander Demon, but the Ice Bears will intercept and send it right back in. In 3 minutes and 7 seconds, we'll talk to Krista Webster, the executive director of BCFO. Here come the Ice Bears again. Bratton with a shot, drive, save, rebound, Barrett, and it's blocked into the corner. Back behind the net as it rolls. Now it's Brown. Underneath his stick, goes to Barrett. He looks for some help, nobody at the point. Dropped it off, but there was still no help, and it's flipped up and out by Hoffenkamp and Missouri State to regain. Take over as a line change to O'Brien. Now back to Bratton, left side, Barrett in front, O'Brien, and through a bouncing stick, but the Ice Bears have to race back.
And it'll be played by Griffin deep in the corner. He's got to go back behind his own goal to get rid of it, and he better hustle back as the puck is still in question on the near half board, but thankfully Missouri State University gets to it first. They'll fight right near the point, finally taken away by the Ice Bears.
2:17 to go in the period, 1-0 Ice Bears, and they go offside. O'Brien in a little bit too soon. Only goal of the game has been a power play goal by Patrick Johansson. This one coming at 13:15. And Dan, I want to quote Dan Dowell, holy laser beam.
Good to see you, Dan.
Now, I don't know if Dan's working tonight, but he keeps us up on the out-of-town scoreboard even when he's working.
No, don't say that. We'll get him in trouble.
Oh, yeah, no, he's not working.
No, he's not working.
No, he's at home watching the game. Actually, he is. He said holy laser beam.
Well, that's true. Okay. Trickling puck comes into Brady Griffin. He'll scoop it up and stop play with 2:01 left in the first period. 1-0 your score. Missouri State University out on top. Dan Lee along with Steve Casson, Alex Somm, Mark Reisner. Glad you could stay with us on westsportsradio.com. Ice Bears win the draw but can't collect the puck. Now they finally race back and get it. And they'll work it around to the near side and start up the middle.
They get it across the line. Getting pulled down is Chris Brown. No penalty. Puck cleared out to center. reset up by Missouri State. Johansson, cross ice pass, tipped in, and now it'll be taken by Brown. He has it to Matty, back now to Brown. Or no, that's not Brown, that's Sollenbeck, 19. I was wondering, I didn't think Brown was going to play a forward.
Yeah, he looked a little bigger than Brown.
Puck is cleared out to center and sent back into the Missouri State zone.
Griffin again out of his crease to play it behind the goal, and they'll wing it all the way around the boards and back down to ASU's territory.
Sun Devils complete their change, bring it up to center ice. Rubin tipped this, so it's no icing.
Here's Bradley Anderson back to retrieve. He'll send it around the boards as well. Ice Bears break it out.
Now they have it to Solnikov. He's back on the ice. He shoots, and a pad save. Solnikov again with 1 minute to go. Got a hat trick in yesterday's game, 2 in the third, along with O'Brien getting 1 in the third. Puck is cleared out to center.
And racing forward is Bradley Anderson, but he is outmaneuvered. Oh, what a great back check by Smith, but the puck still comes in, and Brady Griffin's got to work some magic to make the stop once again, as they broke somebody free in the middle, and the puck just happened to go right to him.
2-on-2, Ice Bears with Solnikov, leading it to Kovacic. Kovacic waits, over to Solnikov, and it goes behind the net. Now to the far side to Cooley. He gets it over to Anderson. This is Bradley Anderson. He shoots, and in front, save, rebound. It's moved to the corner, cleared by Hoffenkamp all the way down. This should be an icing call, and it is. 17.7 seconds left. Icing will bring it back into the Arizona State end of the ice.
Well, I don't want to say Brady Griffin's a hot goaltender lately, but my goodness, has he made some stops tonight.
He has been fantastic. And, you know, I wish we could replay his interview from Thursday, but we cannot, because we have Crystal Webster coming up in a couple of seconds. She has 2 interviews, or 2 intermission, same interview. Now with 6 seconds. Puck up's in front. Oh, and Barrett just fanned on it. 2 seconds, 1, and that'll do it for the period. Barrett fanned on it a little bit and chipped it up over the net. And after 1 period of play, it is a 1-0 lead for Missouri State. Shots on goal in the period. Bronson Moore faces 15. Brady Griffin faces 10. Power plays Missouri State. They are 1 for 1, and they have the only goal. That is Johansson's goal. And yes, it kind of was a laser shot, as he just wound up. And you know, it was tipped, Dan, but I think honestly it may have been tipped by a defenseman's skate, and I think that's why they went ahead and gave him the goal.
Let's watch it one more time, because number one, I don't believe that, and number two, I don't believe the goaltender ever got his eyes on the puck. I don't think he ever saw it, because Johansson, if you notice, he had a hesitation.
You think so?
Yeah, Johansson hesitated just long enough to let the traffic collect in front of.
Well, let's slow it down. We'll run it slower and see. But I believe
there's the hesitation.
Yeah, and I believe, see, the defenseman that came out deflected it in, and I believe that defenseman was Jack Callahan, number 6.
Okay, way out on the angle.
Or 8, maybe it was Budman.
Yeah, way out away from the goal.
Yeah, I think that was a deflection. Either way, it's in the net, and Missouri State right now has a 1-0 advantage.
And every bit as entertaining as we hope for tonight. Hopefully the Ice Bears can keep the pressure on for 2 more periods. As you mentioned, a very special guest coming up here at Intermission, Crystal Webster. Good friend of ours. We've seen her every year, and let's get to it.
Well, no. Let's keep talking about the fact that breast cancer awareness is a very big thing, and there is only one organization that has been doing it for so long, 18 years in fact, here in Southwest Missouri, and it's kind of a nice thing to have an organization that is able to step in and help people like this. I know, like for you as a veteran, you know, it's nice to have at least some kind of veterans organization, and Springfield finally got that under their belt and said, we're going to have to build one in Springfield.
Right, and they're in the process of getting that going.
And that's pretty much complete. I drive by it.
Yeah, we're very much looking forward to the official opening of that, and that'll save a lot of people a lot of driving to Fayetteville.
That's for sure. And she is executive director. We do this every year. I wish I could put together a set of pink jerseys that the Ice Bears have auctioned off year after year after year. They are just an amazing set of jerseys, and I think these ones are kind of one of the best that we've had in a long while. But before we hear the interview, I do want to mention one other thing, Dan, and that is the Arizona State University Women's Showcase coming up October 25th, 26th, and 27th right here at Mediacom Ice Park. And it is going to be a first of its kind. This is ACHA Division I Women's Showcase, and it will feature Arizona State, of course, Lindsay Ellis, head coach. She's coming in. Concordia, Ann Arbor, McKendree, and Aquinas. And it is going to be a fun event. We will have all the Arizona State games that'll broadcast right here on Web Sports Radio. And on Saturday, we'll do the 2:30 game, Aquinas and Concordia, Ann Arbor. So every team will be represented, and you'll be able to watch that. And if you can come to Springfield, we encourage you, come on down, pack the place, 1,100.
Yeah.
Pack the place if you can.
And that number very significant, and Krista will tell you why here, either first or second intermission. I'm not sure which half that occurs in.
I believe the first period intermission. She'll tell you all about it.
All right.
And tell you what, we will take that break. We'll come back, talk with Crystal Webster in just a moment. After 20 minutes of play, it's 1-0 in favor of Missouri State. We'll be back.
Now playing at Mediacom Ice Park in Springfield, a new ice age. It's the Missouri State Ice Bears hockey. Now through February, exciting, hard-hitting, fast-paced collegiate hockey, Ice Bears style. Get your advance tickets at Missouri State Tix box offices or call 417-836-7678. Tickets also available at the games. There are no speed limits at Mediacom Ice Park when you see Ice Bears hockey.
Welcome back to Mediacom Ice Park. Steve Cass and Dan Lee on KBFL and on Web Sports Radio. The Executive Director of the BCFO Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozark, Crystal Webster, is here. And Crystal, good to see you.
Well, thank you so much, Steve, for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Good to see you again.
Dan.
You are in a nice Ice Bears jersey, number 18, for what, the 18th year of the BCFO?
That's absolutely right. It is number 18 for Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks.
And of course, that's exactly what it does. It helps people that have suffered from breast cancer, whether it's financially or any kind of emotional support. You guys do it all.
Yes, that's exactly right. Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks helps cover the cost of life for local families who have a member in active treatment for breast cancer. And then we do a number of other things. We provide free screening mammograms for those who do not have adequate health insurance. We do have a support group and a mentoring program. Just really anything we can do to make the journey easier for those who've been diagnosed.
Now, explain this to me, because obviously, not being a woman, I don't know exactly insurance-wise what's covered, but for an organization to have to provide mammograms, you would think that that normally would be a coverable thing.
Well, it would if you had insurance. And in fact, if you have a standard insurance plan at work right now, in all likelihood, this year they are covered, no doubt. However, we still have a huge population in the communities that we serve who don't have that health insurance coverage. And those are the folks that take advantage of the free screening mammogram program. In fact, this year we will provide over 1,200 screenings. So how many do you think this stadium holds that we're sitting here?
Well, we're not going to tell the fire marshal, but it's 1,100. And
1,100.
even if there's more than 1,100,
yes,
we don't tell them that.
We don't talk about it?
Yeah,
It's still 1,100.
It's 1,100.
So imagine this place fully packed.
Yeah.
That's how many women apply for and receive a free screening mammogram from Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks in a year.
Wow.
Now, I know from news reports and things like that they talk about how women don't want to go get the screening. There's stigmas attached, all this different stuff. And what do you say to someone that says, well, I heard this, or oh, I heard that?
You know, that's silliness. That is what I say. It's so important for women to get screened every single year. You're talking about a disease where 1 in 8 women at some point in their lifetime will be diagnosed. So it's like holding a gun with 1 bullet in it. You just can't take the risk and expect a positive outcome. But what I can say is that for those who are willing and able to go get a screening every single year, your probability of having a disease, breast cancer, that's going to take your life is extremely, extremely small. Those screenings catch breast cancer early when we can treat it, when we can even cure it. So it's super important.
Now, go ahead, Dan.
I was just going to say, you obviously have a lot invested in this cause. Usually, someone in your position is coming from a position of experience, something that's happened in your background and has pushed you on to do as much as you possibly can in this situation. Would I be prying to ask you what that is?
You know, it's funny you should ask that. It's been just about 11 years ago that Mary Beth O'Reilly and I met for the first time. She's the founder of Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks. And she was thinking she might want to bring someone on, and I was really not looking for a position, but we had a mutual friend that kept pushing us together. And by the end of the year, she and I had talked, and I was going to be the new executive director for BCFO starting in January of 2008. In the meantime, my little sister was diagnosed with breast cancer at age 29. And when she was diagnosed, she was stage 3C. The previous year, back in July, she had gone into her doctor and felt a lump, and that doctor said, "Now, honey, that's not what you're thinking it is." And she let that go another 6 months before she was diagnosed. And that cost her. She is alive and well, but in terms of the amount of treatment that she had to go to and her opportunity for success, it diminished it greatly. So it is absolutely a passion of mine to spread the word that breast cancer affects all ages. If you think you have a problem, it needs to be checked out. Absolutely.
How do you go about finding the right person to go to?
Well, gosh, we'd love it if you would call us. We'll help you. It's hard to navigate the medical system on your own if you're not used to it. So if you don't have a normal doctor, you don't have a normal place to go, you could call us or go to bcfo.org where we have a list of providers. Really the first place to start, if someone would like a screening mammogram and they're not having any problems, is just fill the application out on our website. It's electronic. And we'll mail you a voucher and you can schedule a mammogram at any of our list of providers. It's so easy.
Crystal Webster is the executive director of the BCFO, joining us on KBFL and on Web Sports Radio. And Crystal, you just mentioned something about a doctor who didn't really think it was anything. I'm sure your organization does a lot of things with education, and I don't necessarily mean just to people that think they want to get looked at. I'm sure that in the medical side of things, there's still some education that goes on.
You know, I think we are fortunate in Springfield, Missouri, that the physicians here are pretty cognizant of the risk of breast cancer to those that are younger. We really have an awfully good medical community here, and they do an outstanding job. So when my sister was diagnosed, that was more than a decade ago, and perspectives in healthcare have changed about this. I think that healthcare providers are taking people more seriously and doing the follow-up care a lot more now than they were 10 years ago, and certainly 20 years ago. So our team here does a very good job. But again, if anyone has questions, they think they have a problem they can't get an answer to, I would encourage them to reach out to us at BCFO.
So, I'm sorry, but progression on perspective of it has obviously improved over the years. How about the treatment itself? Have we seen some breakthroughs, or can we look forward to even more breakthroughs?
Oh gosh, it's a lot better than it used to be. My goodness, yes. You know, anymore, if someone goes through chemo, everyone dreads having to go through chemo if they're diagnosed. But the drugs that they give to hold back the side effects are effective. And if someone gets on the protocol, stays on the protocol, they can expect to have a reasonably good quality of life even while they're in treatment for breast cancer. I'm not saying that it's an easy walk. It isn't, but it's manageable. It can be managed. A lot of people, you know, maintain their capacity to work some during breast cancer treatment. Maybe not all, but some. So that varies pretty sharply from the treatments of 20, 30 years ago.
Have the attitudes changed? I know that a lot of women, and there was a stigma when you have breast cancer treatment, you're losing a breast. And obviously there's changes in how you can augment and everything. Is there still that little stigma that people don't want to get checked because, I don't want to have to deal with the stigma of this?
You know, that's a hard question to answer because there's no doubt that this is a very difficult emotional path for women that are diagnosed. And I have had conversations with women recently even that say, well, you know, if I had to lose my breast, I wouldn't get treatment. And, you know, my argument to that is, you know, women are more than breast tissue. We are souls with families and responsibilities and people that love us. So it goes pretty deep to say that, you know, everyone who is diagnosed, I would hope, would want to find the best path out of it that they can to be well, if that's a possibility.
And it's been so difficult through the, I mean, you can go all the way back to Natalie Schaefer on Gilligan's Island. I mean, how many people ever knew that she had breast cancer or had a mastectomy or anything like that? That was a strictly no thing to talk about back then. Nowadays, it seems like the celebrities are helping a little more. They're coming forward when this happens, and that means a lot to a young lady, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. You know, I think that people find solace in the fact that people that they might consider someone to look up to are being straightforward about that. And you're exactly right. In fact, there's a patient that BCFO had a few years ago who was a second generation breast cancer patient. And when her mother was diagnosed, she remembers the neighbors no longer allowing them to come over and play in their pool as if it were contagious. So, gosh, we certainly have come a long ways. Now, you know, I think the vast majority of people that are going through this feel comfortable talking about it and disclosing it. The majority, not all still, and for various reasons. I mean, you know, you have a lot of professional women that don't believe that they have the luxury of a flinch that still aren't talking about it. But by and large, things are improving on that front too.
Crystal Webster, Executive Director of the BCFO Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks. And I mentioned 18 years running, but prior to this, there was really nobody in this area to either educate or to help people.
You know, there's always been a good physician care team, but I think the piece that BCFO brought to the table 18 years ago was community education that breast cancer affects all ages, and then providing resources that weren't necessarily related to the medical care. The resources were related to covering the cost of life, mortgage payments, utility bills, help with the children's expenses, in order that someone could fully participate in their health care. So yes, it is exciting, and we're really grateful to be able to perform this work, and in large part because organizations like the MSU Ice Bears support us and allow us to do the work that we do.
Crystal, we have more to talk about. Can you stay for the second period intermission?
Well, I would certainly be honored to do it. Okay,
tell you what, we will talk to Crystal Webster, the Executive Director of the BCFO. We'll do that in the second intermission, and I want to touch on a couple of things. I want to touch on fundraising because, of course, the foundation has to be supported somehow.
Absolutely.
And I want to talk about another issue that affects more than just women, and we'll do that in the second intermission.
Sounds great.
All right, we will take a break. More hockey coming up, second period, and we'll talk Crystal coming up at the second period intermission. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Your best source for awards of any kind is always Bowles Trophy House in Springfield. Trophies, plaques, medals, gifts, ribbons, and more. You get top quality and great service at Bowles Trophy House, serving Springfield and Southwest Missouri for over 40 years. Call them at 417-869-8720.
And if you need embroidery work done, logos, digitizing, and more, come to Banners and Brainstorms in Bowles Trophy House at 601 South Kimbrough.
We all love the fajitas. Their margaritas get the crown. Don't forget the quesadillas. It's the best Mexican food in town.
Now your favorite Mexican restaurant is open on Sunday. Yes, Maria's Downtown is open on Sunday. So bring your family and friends and enjoy Mexico with us 7 days a week.
Hold on to your salsa and your chips.
Maria's on South Avenue in downtown Springfield.
It's time to drop the puck on the second period. Here's Dan Lee.
1-0 is our score at the end of the first period of play, about a minute and a half before the second period. 1-0, Missouri State University with the advantage, 15-10, the shots on goal in favor of MSU as well in that first period. We have a bit of a mini mystery on our hand.
Okay.
We even had our statistician, Matt Reisner, head down to the locker room to see what he could find out, and apparently he hit head coach T. Green with information that he's never heard before, and he's got him going, But we were discussing before the game about the Larson brothers for Arizona State University named Yager and Jet. And we got to thinking about that, and we thought, I wonder if Dad named them after Yerrimer Yager and Bobby the Golden Jet Ho. So we sent Matt down to find out, and they didn't have an answer for us right away. We'll continue to work on this mystery next intermission.
Yeah, at least we have one more intermission to figure that whole thing out. That's for sure. I think it would be very interesting to know that, to find that out.
Maybe we'll hear from Yager and Jet's dad. Maybe they'll chat with us on websportsradio.com and give us an answer.
There you go.
That'd be cool. And at any rate, we're going to get ready for the second period as the black and gold clad Sun Devils of Arizona State University come out and play. I kind of wonder, is that the old colors of ASU a long time ago?
I don't know.
I don't know where they came up with the black and gold, but it looks sharp on it.
I thought the old colors were kind of a gold, not a gold,
maroon,
a different color. Anyway.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, they look good in that black and gold. They do trail at the moment, though, 1-0 to the Missouri State University Ice Bears as we get ready for the second period.
Yeah, that goal by Patrick Johansson, he gets what has been considered a laser up over the shoulder.
As dubbed by hockey guru Dan Dell.
That's right, holy laser. Or I'll have to get exactly what Dan said.
Laser beam.
Yeah, holy laser beam, that's it.
Yep. So we'll go back to action here on the Big Bear Head, out in the middle of MediaCom Ice Park on the Stan Melton Arena. And it looks like it's going to be Pearl to step in
against Andrew Kovacic as Missouri State skates from the right to the left, Arizona State from the left to the right, and Jared Hurl does win the draw, but the Ice Bears have possession and they'll backhand it into the Arizona State zone.
Jack York will track it down for Arizona State University as they try to work it out of their zone. They send it down the length. That should be an icing call.
And it is, well, okay, yeah, it's an icing, but I heard no whistle.
Hear a whistle.
Not at all, nothing.
Of course, with the stereo like that, it might have sounded like part of the music.
Well, and that's exactly what Tate Green just said. He looked at the official and he shrugged his shoulders and said, "Is that an icing?" And he looked at him and said, "Yes, it is. I'll make sure I blow the whistle next time."
All right, as we go back to work to the left of the goalkeeper, Bronson Moore, and it's won by ASU. They'll come out of their own zone, but it's taken away in neutral ice.
Derek Smith will have it, and Smith's pass is to Kovacic off his stick and down now into the Arizona State zone.
Kowalczyk will track it down there, but he is met immediately on the end board, and they'll fight along that area as Hunter Cooley goes to work defensively back there. Cooley actually a forward, but got in a couple of defensive licks right there. Now it comes away, and another, no, it'll be played by Griffin.
Yeah, no icing now with 19:14 to go in the period. Anderson over to Derek Smith. As Anderson gets run into the referee, nothing, and into the zone.
Smith dumps it in and heads out of the zone.
Goes past Jacob Lester's boards. 18:45 to go. Puck almost stolen, but here is Andrew Kovacic with a nice backhander. That's taken away from Hoffenkamp. Drive in, six was uncurved. It was Griffin is
out. Here's O'Brien, left side, cross ice pass, and losing edge that time. One of the Ice Bears, and the puck slides in offside, and we'll come back to the dot to the near side. 18:05 left, second period, 1-0 Missouri State University. I'm Dan Lee along with Steve Casson. Joining us tonight, Alex Sam on videography here on websportsradio.com. And Matt Reisner, our statistician.
Also want to welcome everybody watching on Web Sports Radio's live TV that noticed, yes, there is an internet issue again. It seems to be 8 o'clock Central Time.
Every night.
Every night, 8 o'clock Central Time when this is happening.
Ice Bears, they had Barrett open on the right side, but he couldn't quite control it, and it comes away to ASU.
Here come the Sun Devils across the line to Klein. Tries to center it, and he does. Save, rebound, and a save again. The first shot by Garrett Brown was followed up, and Levi Holston thought he had a goal, or make that Havner. Adam Havner thought he had a goal, and it was followed up by Brady Griffin's right pass. No goal.
Some extra thanks from the defenseman that time to Brady Griffin. They know what a job he did there. Matt Matty into the face-off circle, but ASU wins the draw. They'll keep it in the zone. Chipped along the board. Now breaking free is Matty. Oh, he couldn't get there in time. Good hustle from ASU's defense. Here's Solon back for MSU. Tries to get into the zone off the far board, but it's taken away by Havner. Havner is turned back by Rubin, takes a shoulder shot for his efforts, and ASU gets it out to center ice.
Flipped in now by Klein. It'll go all the way down, and a line change for Arizona State. Derek Smith sends it over, gets some help from Matty. Drop down in low behind the cage, over to the corner. Getting held onto is Smith, and he's able to clear it.
And racing in is Matty. He'll take the shot. It's nicely blocked. And now it's chipped up into the Ice Bears bench as Kowalczyk with some good defense that time for Arizona State University.
Let's take a look at that big save that Griffin made. There's the first one, the second follow-up, and Griffin just comes up big, stays his pad, and everything's good.
ASU has the puck following the face-off. York will send it deep. It was deflected in, so no icing call. Brady Griffin will play behind his own goal. They gave it away, and right in, point-blank shot saved by Griffin. What a clean swipe and a great opportunity for Austin Palumbo, but Griffin, equal to the task, makes up for the error.
16:37 to go in the period. It'll go to the far side now after behind the net. A couple of players tangle up. Officials look at it. Everything goes. Now it's Garrett Amaya. His pass broken up by Brown. Now we're going to get a penalty, and it goes against Arizona State. Ice Bears get the goaltender out. And it's touched up, but the face-off will come all the way down into the Arizona State zone. It'll be a penalty against the Sun Devils. It's a slashing call. And this will be assessed to Garrett Amaya.
Believe it or not, this is only the second power play opportunity tonight for the Ice Bears. And Jordan Bratton will go to the face-off circle against Jarrett Hurl. Bratton wins the draw. They tip it out to the point. That's where Matty is stationed. Now they go right side. No, it's not Matty. It's Sollenbach.
2 minutes slashing.
No, not Sollenbach. Schumacher. Okay, I'll get my 8s and 1s straight down in a second, but the puck is cleared out. We got a whistle before that, though.
Dan, I love the jerseys, but it's difficult to see who's what.
Yeah.
And I know why, because it's hard to read the shoulders a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Kind of smallish numbers on the shoulders. But we'll face it off in the ASU zone one more time.
Second power play for the Ice Bears. They work it with 1:47 left.
Carson Warning working the right point on this power play opportunity. Johansson on the left side. Schumacher in the middle on the high slot. To Warning on the wing. Back to Schumacher. Left side, Johansson tried to center it through. All the way over, and a shot saved. Rebound on an open net. Nobody there. And the Ice Bears couldn't make that one happen.
Here's going to be a break. Jagger Larson all alone as he waits for the puck. Left side, right side, save! Oh, what a huge save by Griffin. He didn't really know he made the save. He knew that he had his 5-hole open, and he was able to keep it closed down, and Larson was denied. And huge as Missouri State almost gave up a shorthanded goal. And this whole thing kind of started after the defense was trying to pick up the puck. And there's Larson. He's all alone from the red line on. Just a huge save by Brady Griffin.
Still have some power play time left, 1:10's worth. As we go back to work, Husalnikov, and Nikita spins around, sends it around the boards a long way to Kovacic. Andrews got it on the stick. They back off defensively, let him play with it. Now on the wing is Kovacic again. Out front, shot saved on the one-timer from Salnikov. Good save that time by Bronson Moore. Back out top of the slot to Kovacic on the right wing. Puck bounces off of a chest pad and comes back to the Ice Bears' Hunter Cooley. He'll wing it around the boards, but didn't get enough mustard on it, and ASU will clear it out.
38 seconds to go in the power play. 14:50 remaining in this second period. And a 1-0 lead for Missouri State. The only goal, Patrick Johansson on a laser beam shot.
Here's Travis Barrett showing some speed. Takes it down deep, gets a short angle shot. Good save as they had him pinned down on the right pipe. By they, of course, I mean Bronson Moore. He had it all covered on the angle, and ASU will swat it away one more time.
All the way down, and Griffin will wait. The Ice Bears change up, so he can't get it up very quickly, but here's Anderson, cross ice to Barrett.
Barrett is 2 seconds remaining on the power play. Out front, Bratton couldn't pull the trigger, and O'Brien can't either, and now the penalty has expired, and the Ice Bears will have to contend with a 5-on-5 skate.
Puck out to center ice, and the Ice Bears, Salnikov, or make that Derek Smith will move it into the corner and bring it all the way in.
Zane O'Brien races to challenge on the half board and does a good enough job to get the puck tipped out to the point where the Ice Bears can hold it in. O'Brien, nice drop pass. Here's a shot by Bratton as he is upended after the shot. Don't see a hand up anywhere, and the Ice Bears will have to retreat.
Derek Smith in his own zone clears it up. Missouri State's line changing, so nobody there to pick up O'Brien's pass. Now to come back down. No icing. It's been waved off. Racing in is the Ice Bears' Brady Anderson. He lost the puck. Now to be taken by Demon. And a wide open corner missed up high by Hoffenkamp. He was getting some pressure, and he missed the open corner wide. 13-17 to go in the period. Still a 1-0 lead for Missouri State. All the way to the far side where it'll be Anderson. He gets to it and cannot clear it. He's pushed down, still on his knees is Anderson. Puck up the middle, broken up by Derek Smith. And now able to help it to the corner is Sasha Perron. We get a whistle and a penalty.
And I'm not sure who it's on.
It's on Arizona State. And it will go against Holston. It is... I'm not sure of the indication.
I'm not either. We'll have to wait for the call.
It's 2 minutes, and I really don't know. I was looking directly at... It might have been a misconduct.
At any rate.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. I think that might be the call. That's the only thing I can think of, at least looking at...
Arizona State penalty, number 12, Levi Halston. 2 minutes for...
Did Cooley get it in on the rebound as they came in close?
2 minutes.
Yeah, so it was unsportsmanlike conduct. Meanwhile...
Yeah, the opportunity there for Hunter Cooley as he got 2 or 3 whacks at it right out in front of Bronson Moore. A little pushing and shoving in the crease there as Cooley felt he was unfairly challenged after the whistle, and no call on the referee's part, so apparently they felt everything was copacetic.
Shots are 17-14 in favor of Missouri State. This should be power play number 3, right?
This is power play number 3.
5 penalties, 18 minutes for the Wildcats, just 3 for 14 for Missouri State. That includes the 10-minute misconduct.
Ice Bears win the draw, and they'll come in with a shot off the shoulder pad as it was launched by Brennan Anderson. Comes into the near corner. Ice Bears still have 1.5 minutes left on the power play. Anderson tips it to the left side to Chris Brown. Brown will try to work it down to the wing. Ice Bears overloaded to the left side, but ASU gets a hold of it and flips it out.
Cleared all the way down with 12:20 to go. Line change for Arizona State. The Ice Bears with Brennan Anderson. Now to Cooley.
And they'll play tip and pass and get it into the zone. Here's Salnikov with a shot low and a nice save, that time by Bronson Moore, and it comes all the way out.
Cleared down, and Missouri State will change up. That's why Griffin let it go and let Anderson come chase it so the Ice Bears can finish that line change. Now they have the B line out with O'Brien to Barrett. And it's out to center. 48 seconds remaining in the power
Anderson
play.
Challenged in the neutral zone. Here's Bratton at the top of the slot. He'll cut to his right, leave it for the point man. 38 seconds left, and they'll have to come back outside as it's tipped outside the zone. Sloppy play in the defensive side right now by Missouri State University trying to get this thing going. Here's Brown with the outlet pass. Into the zone it comes. Oh, and another bad pass behind the play as O'Brien couldn't reach back for it. They'll have to reload. 20 seconds left of the power play, and again they are turned away.
This is one power play that has not worked well for Missouri State. They have not gotten anything set up. They've tried to, but it's been one bad pass after another. Schumacher out of his own zone. Lead that's broken up by ASU, swatted at by Jagger Larson, and the power play is over. 0 for 3 are the Ice Bears. 1 for 3, actually. They did get a power play goal. The only one of this game, Patrick Johansson.
Now, needless to say, that one was not impressive. ASU now behind their own goal.
His shot was,
left.
though, Dan.
Huh?
His shot was, Johansson's shot was impressive, but just not the power play.
No, this one. This power play was not
Here's
impressive.
Here's a 2-on-1 for ASU right in front as the pass from Hoffenkamp came over to Hurl, and it was missed through his legs. Now
big collisions.
As Demon gets his pass broken up, here's Bratton, chipped away from him.
Taken away by the Ice Bears momentarily, but right back to ASU.
3-on-2 for ASU. Hoffenkamp drive in right down the middle as Budman was the recipient of the pass, and it is held on to by Griffin.
I don't know what happened in the last 2 or 3 minutes, but all of a sudden the Ice Bears aren't the Ice Bears anymore.
No, something has happened here at the middle of this second period. 10:16 to go, and it's 1-0 in favor of Missouri State.
I can't really tell if Coach Green's team has found a way to disrupt things a little more than we can see or what.
Or if it's just Missouri State just kind of
missing passes,
stepping off the gas.
All right, well, at any rate, they're going to play dump and run now as they try to have Perron come in and take control on the long lead pass. Ice Bears have it momentarily, but again, it's chipped out of the zone, and the Ice Bears will have to wait. Warnig finally sends it in. Ice Bears complete their delayed offside and get back onside, and they'll come back into the zone one more time. ASU at the blue line, finally chip it ahead.
Come all the way down to the Missouri State zone where Griffin thinks better of it, holds on. Don't forget, our Ice Bears Coaches Show comes up tonight live from Civil Kitchen and Tap, 10:30 on our sister station, KBF, or no, it's Jock 98.7. That's our sister station. We'll have that on in the Springfield area, also on Web Sports Radio. So we hope that you will tune in for that tonight. And we will have the Coaches Show. I know we were preempted the last 2 times because of sports.
Yeah,
football
little
game.
Things like, Major League Baseball playoffs and things like
stuff
that.
like that. But we should be on tonight. Puck stolen, and Griffin with a glove save as it was stolen by Klein. And he got a shot from the top of the left dot. And we will do this to his right, left as you look at it.
Just about halfway through this contest, still 1-0 Missouri State.
Only goal by Patrick Johansson. And that one came at 13-15 on the power play in the first period.
Oh, bone-jarring, rattling hit levied that time by Jack York as ASU takes the puck away in their own zone.
Backhanded in where it's stopped by the Ice Bears.
And ASU will take it back at their own blue line. Backpedaling a little bit. York will try to bank one off the glass, and he does. All the way back to Brennan Anderson. Anderson to Sollenbach. He tries to feed it ahead, intercepted one more time.
Taken now by Havner, left side, dropped it off. Rubin is able to clear it, and it goes outside the zone. Kowalchuk unable to keep it in. Face-off will go outside the zone.
And you're seeing some frustration out there from some Ice Bears. They know these passes should be better.
Well, keep in mind, Kovacic is centering Cooley and Nikita Solnikov. That's a new line.
Yeah, the timing is just a little off here.
It is. Maddie and Sollenbach and Rubin, they've played together before. So has Perron, Austin Davis, and Shane Thornton. And, of course, the B line. They're working well together. But you're right. Now we have an issue.
Yeah, one of the nets apparently was damaged.
Well, I don't know if it's the net or something, but the officials...
I think maybe the puck is caught up in there.
Not sure exactly.
Oh, no, the clip that holds the netting down has come loose. That's what it is. There, they get it straightened out. Didn't take much. They just had to get it stretched out underneath the clip there, and we're back to action. ASU wins the draw. They'll dump it in.
Where Missouri State will gain possession. And Johansson, only goal scorer, gets it out to center. Here comes Kovacic.
He's got a crease on the right side, tries a short angle shot, and it's deflected away by Bronson Moore, the goaltender. ASU tries to work it out, a good check along the end board. Here's a shot, saved again off the blocker. Now back outside, Johansson to Kovacic. His shot is knocked down by the defensive Havner, and the puck comes free. Schumacher will send it back in momentarily. Puck is chipped up at the red line. Is Schumacher one more time.
He'll set back in his own zone to get things going, clear it up off the glass and all the way down, where it'll be grabbed by Budman out of Foothill Ranch, California. A lot of California players on this hockey club.
Kovacic uncharacteristically loses it.
Here's Jet Larson in with a drive and a save, and holding on to it is Griffin. Jet Larson from Palm Springs, California, 3 goals, 3 assists. And Jagger Larson from Rancho Mirage, California, which they're both kind of in the same area. So he could have just been born at one hospital, the other one born at another one. Yeah. So they are fairly close. They're in what's called the Inland Empire.
We do believe they're brothers, though. Yeah. At any rate, ASU wins the draw.
Tipped in front, save, as getting the shot was Kenneth Miller, and it deflected in and saved by Griffin.
Here's Bryan with a touch pass. Back to Kovacic, back to Bryan. Zane can't handle it. Goes back outside of the zone. Warnig will send it diagonally into the corner. Played back behind the goal by Bronson Moore. O'Brien finally tracks it down on the half board, gets double teamed. Puck is loose and now shoveled back right off the boards and came up momentarily to Bronson Moore, but now it's pushed back into the corner. 4 players will do battle right there. Taken away by the Ice Bears. Working around the side is Barrett. Barrett sneaks in, takes a short shot, and equal to the challenge is Moore. 7:14 left, second period, still a 1-0 hockey game. The only goal coming on a Missouri State University power play with 6:46 left in the first period. Patrick Johansson with the laser beam, as Dan Dow called it. Might have deflected off a defenseman, we will never know. Yeah, we saw it on the video. There's one right off the face-off that Moore has to cover up on. 21-17 shots on goal in favor of the Ice Bears. Jordan Bratton will go to the face-off circle to the right of Moore, and they win the draw. Does ASU, as Kowalczyk had it momentarily. Now it's fought for right at the blue line and held in nicely by O'Brien. Centering pass is a little bit too far behind as they were looking for Derek Smith coming in on the trailer. Now it comes back to York. Jack York circles behind his own net, gets hassled a little bit. Pass nearly intercepted, but it bounces free, and here comes ASU.
Austin Palumbo, he shoots, save, rebound, cleared into the corner by Derek Smith. Puck is out to center ice, Missouri State to chase. That's as far as it goes as the red line, as it's sent right back in. Line change for Arizona State. The Sun Devils get new players on. Missouri State at center, and Bratton with a no-look tip went to nobody but an ASU player.
Comes back the other direction. ASU missed their pass just as well.
Smith again. This one tipped in by Sasha Perron.
No, I think we might have got away with an offside there, but it will continue. Here's Anderson sending it goalward. Save, rebound, and another great save off the glove side for Moore. Missouri State has a man open. They find him. There's a shot. Save, rebound, loose again, and nobody there in pink jerseys.
Missouri State has to get back. Here's a 3-on-1. Now it's a 3-on-2 for Arizona State. Pass up in front. Backhander missing wide as Levi Halston had to settle it down, and when he did, he was in too close, and he missed it wide.
Austin Davis has Thornton on his left wing. Davis to the face-off circle on the right. Takes the shot, deflected off the defense, and up into the netting to stop play. Actually, it might have deflected off of his face. Hitting the deck immediately following that shot is York, and York slow to get back up.
Shots are 23-18, and they are in favor of Missouri State.
York just looks a little bit dazed as he goes back to the bench. Hopefully that young man's all right. Face off, another immediate shot, immediately handled by Bronson Moore as they work the near corner, held at the point with the glove of Schumacher. He'll get it on the right side. Ice Bears trying to go back to work. Getting pinned along the corner there is Sollenbach. Spencer trying to work it in. Oh, crunching hit out in front there as Rubin goes down hard.
Here come the Sun Devils. Jet Larson breaks free, gets it over to the right side. Now it's still held in, drive wide as it was hurled to get that shot. Now it'll go to Jet Larson again. Behind the net, intercepted by Missouri State. It'll be Sollenbach with an outlet pass. Here come the Ice Bears with some numbers.
Rubin will get a hard shot off, but it's knocked down defensively and it trickles into the end board. Ice Bears will try to race for it, but it's taken by ASU. Now taken away. Schumacher with a shot. This one meant for a redirect more than a shot, but O'Brien couldn't get a hold of it. Schumacher steals it back near the blue line, but he skated outside the zone. This will be a delayed offside.
By Bears retreat. Arizona State with a line change. Here comes Larson down the middle. He shoots, and it's held on to by by Griffin. Brady Griffin holds on. The southpaw. Haven't said Bailey Stevens' name. He is a backup. In fact, both goaltenders are backups tonight, along with Brendan Schuck.
Yeah, both teams dressed all three goalies, which is kind of an unusual thing to see.
Well, it's based on the new rule now.
Yep.
The new rule by the ACHA is you can dress 22 players. So the Ice Bears have done that. That's an extra goaltender. Fans finally starting to yell, "Let's go Bears." They're getting impatient now.
ASU at the red line. Now
Tipped
bring it
in.
in.
Hoffenkamp, he's going to race. Looks for help in front. That is Elizade. Now Hoffenkamp again. Plays catch with Elizade. Ice Bears with Kovacic. He breaks it up, clears it out.
Salnikov with some speed will dump it into the zone as he takes a hit and goes down next to the half wall. Now gets back up and gets himself back into the action in the near corner. Took it away, gave it to Kovacic. Out front it comes, but no, couldn't get more than a deflection out of the deal, and it stops play with 3:47 left here in the second period. Still 1-0 Missouri State. I'm Dan Lee along with Steve Casson. Alex Sam on video for you on WestSportsRadio.com. Our statistician tonight, Mac Reisner. Glad to have you aboard.
Only goal is the blast by Johansson. And that's where we stand right now. 1-0 in favor of Missouri State.
The classics never die. I love that one.
Oh, yeah. Well, Kevin's doing music tonight.
Yeah. Kevin's kind of a classic guy. Puck is held in by Derek Smith following the faceoff from Missouri State University. Back to work. Kovacic with a shot that goes off of the big stick of Bronson Moore. And it comes back out to the near corner. They'll fight. ASU having a hard time clearing the zone. Smith pins them in one more time. Tries to work it down to the wing. Now it goes all the way deep. Again, Missouri State flooding 4 players to one half of the zone. But now they'll work it back to the right side. The puck comes free, and ASU has it.
Flipped up off the Ice Bears bench and along the boards. Geely will send it all the way in. Stopped by Griffin. Far side to Cooley. He is not able to clear it. Working now is Palumbo. Intercepted by the Ice Bears. Derek Smith, and with the numbers, the Ice Bears should be able to get this one out of the zone. They do to Salnikov.
A little bit too hot for Salnikov as it goes behind him, banks off the boards and finds its way to Jack York, and ASU turns it back in a hurry.
But the Ice Bears quickly are able to get there and get it out to center, and they do with the lead pass to Cooley.
Cooley got trapped between 2 players, loses the puck. It comes away to ASU.
Missouri State gets back. 1 man in now for ASU. That is Klein. He comes in, tried to bank it off the side of the net. Ice Bears have it. If they hurry, they can race a 3-on-3.
Here's Bratton left side. Jordan picks a spot, races to it, gets inside the zone, sends the puck deeper into the corner, and we're going to get a penalty.
It's a trip. It goes against Arizona State, I believe.
I believe you're right.
And into the box will be their assistant captain, and I believe this is this Havner? No, it's number 8,
yeah,
Budman.
8, not 9. Brad Budman. So power play number 4 coming up for the Ice Bears. This comes with 2:19 left in the second period. Still 1-0. Last power play looked terrible for Missouri State University. There's no other way to say it.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do here.
Johansson will park behind his own goal and get the first outlet to Schumacher. Go ahead, Steve.
The only other terrible penalty kill was when Missouri State hit the post early on in the game when they were shorthanded. Puck is cleared all the way down. 1:53 to go.
Johansson will try to restart.
Out of his own zone to Barrett, now to O'Brien.
O'Brien's got room on the left side. They'll hold up play and then get everybody in. Here's Barrett. Barrett's shot is partially deflected, and then fanning on it is Moore to create an opportunity from just to the side of the net. Moore tried to swat it away, and it went right under his stick, and almost an opportunity for Barrett, but not quite. Moore covered up on his mistake, and with 1:39 left, we'll face it off to the right of Bronson Moore as he looks out at the play. Back to the face-off circle, Jordan Bratton. Got it to Kovacic. Nice draw that time from Bratton. Bank it off the boards all the way around. Back behind the goal it goes. O'Brien will kick it ahead out to the near half board. 1.5 left in the period. Ice Bears on the power play. Johansson to the drop pass to Schumacher. Back to Johansson. Patrick looks it over. Goes low slot and not able to get a shot off of the Ice Bears. Travis Barrett. Now he gets it back. He shoots. He scores!
Huge goal by Missouri State as Travis Barrett makes it happen. The Ice Bears on a nice play from the side of the net. They bring it right up in front. We'll have to catch a little bit more of that play for you. That was towards the tail end of it. And the Ice Bears have a 2-0 lead.
A decidedly better power play than the last time they had a power play.
Yeah, second power play. Let's see if we can catch this one here. As it comes down in low, and Barrett is a recipient of a pass into the net. 2-0 Ice Bears.
And that came with just 1 minute left in the second period.
Ice Bears goal is scored by number 12, Travis Barrett. Assisted by number 9, Jordan Bratton. And number 58, Patrick Johansson. The Ice Bears power play goal, Barrett from Bratton and Johansson. Time of the goal, 18:51. And remember that
so with a goal and assist, Johansson puts his name into the ring for a possible player of the game tonight. 42 seconds left, second period. Now a 2-0 Bulls for the Ice Bears. And what do you always say about that 2-goal lead, Steve?
Worst lead in hockey. But Missouri State gets this second goal much when they needed it.
Kovacic will take the draw for the Ice Bears, gets it deep into the left-hand corner. Comes all the way back out again. Griffin will watch it sail all the way around the end board, and the Ice Bears will have it back with half a minute left in the period.
So it's another power play as Alizada gets called for holding. So the Ice Bears are back on the power play.
Chris Brown dumps it in diagonally as the Ice Bears play dump and run. And it works for him. Kovacic has it back. Goes out to the point with 15 seconds to Brown. Oh, and off the stick. And having to shovel it back in is Brennan Anderson. Kovacic lost it. But Anderson with a good job to hold it in. Ice Bears still have it in. They get it out to the point. Here's Brown. Right side, pass a little bit too far, and that'll do it for the second period.
But the Ice Bears will have a power play to start the third period.
At the end of the second period,
1:17 remaining in that power play. Well, only 5 shots on Brady Griffin. I take that back. Only 9 shots on Brady Griffin, 2-period total of 19. And for Missouri State, they put 10 on Branson Moore, 2-period total of 25. Power plays, the Ice Bears are 2 for 4. They're working on number 5 right now. And the Wildcats 0 for 1. Missouri State has only taken 3 penalties for 14 minutes, Dan. That does include the 10 minutes to Salnikov.
Yeah.
But the Wildcats, 7 with 22 minutes tacked on for the Wildcats right now.
And that could be a telling factor with those 2 power play goals. That's got a little bit more than a little bit to do with that 2-0 lead right now.
You saw the officials right there talking to head coach of the Sun Devils and Tate Green, and they didn't look very happy, did Arizona State, talking to the officials.
No, they feel like they didn't get a fair shake on that last penalty as well. So the Ice Bears, as you say, will have 117 in the third period to start the third period and try to extend that lead a little bit. Boy, what a big deal that would be if they could get it. 25-19 the total shots on goal right now. Only 19 shots levied against Brady Griffin. So that's, 9 for this period. 25 total against Bronson Moore. So that's 10 for the period for the Ice Bears. And a big 2-0 lead at this point.
Yeah, huge for Missouri State. They have to come out and, in the third period, make something of this power play, and that will give the Ice Bears a little bit of room to breathe. But Arizona State's not giving up, and quite frankly, Missouri State's not playing as well as they should to salt this thing away. It's anybody's game still right now.
I agree with you totally there. Even though we were the ones that got the goal that period, I really felt like we were outplayed that period. I thought ASU did a great job, and the Ice Bears did not look sharp, with the exception of that one power play. That was not a good period for the Ice Bears.
No, it really wasn't, and a lot of miscues, and you saw it in their power play. There was nothing going on as far as their power play, and a lot of it had to do with these blind behind-the-back passes.
Yeah.
They weren't crisp, they weren't clean. Now, that could be two things. That could be the result of a tired hockey club. That could be the result of playing the team lightly. There's a lot of different factors that go in, but I'm sure one of the things that head coach Jeremy Law is going to address is you still have 20 minutes to play.
Right. Now, the thing I question also, there was a lot of the Ice Bears offensively overloading the zone, putting 4 players on one side. That left a lot of open ice for ASU when they got the puck away from them. And all of a sudden they had all kinds of ice to work with coming the other direction, and Brady Griffin had to make some big saves with no defenseman between him and the puck carrier in that second period, or this would be an entirely different game right now. What do you think about this overload thing that they're doing?
Well, I think that the Ice Bears have to adjust to it. They know it's happening, but they have to adjust to it. And they're slowly getting to that point. But you only have so much time to adjust to it. And, a lot of it has to be personnel-wise. Again, we're talking about missing Torrent, missing Bell, 2 of their top players. On defense, you don't have Saunders, who's out from blocking a shot. You don't have Sam Heiserode, who's out from, I don't know what exactly his injury was, but it's a hand injury. And I don't know if it was from blocking a shot or taking a stick. But you're without some of your mainstay players, and now you're in a set of lines that are being mixed up other than the B line. So, you can argue as much as you want, but I think at this point, if you're an Ice Bear fan, you're happy with what you have right now given your circumstances. If you're an Arizona State Sun Devil fan, you're saying, come on, guys, there's 20 minutes left. We can do this.
Yeah, and they have also got to be asking themselves, what do we got to do to solve this Brady Griffin puzzle? Because he has just been outstanding.
Yeah, they tried the 5-hole. It didn't happen. They tried a couple of breakaways. The only thing I can say is, no, I won't say anything. I'm not going to give. I'm not going to have somebody call the coach and say, "Hey, the broadcaster said do this."
No.
But there could be a possibility of beating a goaltender any certain different ways. But no help from us on this one.
No help from us. But all we know is Brady's done an outstanding job so far.
He has, and we're going to take a break. When we come back, part 2 of our interview with Crystal Webster. She is the Executive Director of the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks, bcfo.org. We'll come back and talk to her about a couple of other things, how they raise their money, and how breast cancer can affect more than just women.
Right.
And we'll do that in just a moment. After 2 periods of play, it's 2-0 Missouri State.
Now playing at Mediacom Ice Park in Springfield, a new ice age. It's the Missouri State Ice Bears hockey. Now through February, exciting, hard-hitting, fast-paced collegiate hockey, Ice Bears style. Get your advance tickets at Missouri State Tix box offices or call 417-836-7678. Tickets also available at the games. There are no speed limits at Mediacom Ice Park when you see Ice Bears hockey.
Back at Mediacom Ice Park on KBFL and on Web Sports Radio. Part 2 of our interview now with Crystal Webster, the Executive Director of the BCFO, Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks. BCFO.org is your website, correct?
Absolutely.
Now, one of the things that I wanted to touch on is, how does BCFO operate? Obviously, you have to have fundraising. I'm sure there's no pocketless person helping you out. So what events, and I know this is one of them here at the Ice Park with the breast cancer games that we have. Unfortunately, it's early in October. This is the only set of home games that we have for October.
I saw that. But I'm excited to be invited out tonight and thrilled to be involved with the event again this year. We're grateful for the support that the Ice Bears give to Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks.
Are you at all disappointed that we're not actually making the rink pink anymore?
You know, I loved the rink pink. I've got to tell you, that was a thing of beauty. It was. But, you know, I understand it's pretty tough for those players to see the puck, and it makes it a little more complicated, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, when somebody's bleeding on the ice, you don't really know it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the very first year, now, there are some pro teams that do a very good job. Kalamazoo did a great job, and it was baby pink, and it was really nice.
Real soft.
Yeah.
And we tried to do that, and it just didn't look good, so then we had to put more pink on.
Yeah.
And by the time we got done, the very first time we ever did it, it was so dark.
It was beautiful. Beautiful.
You liked it, huh?
Picture-wise, it was, but puck-wise, nobody could see the puck.
Well, can you live with the snazzy?
You know what? We can live with these beautiful jerseys. That makes all the difference.
That's what I was going to ask. Can you live with the nice jerseys? Because
yes,
they do look pretty good
Dan.
this year. Although, as a broadcasting viewpoint, it's kind of hard to see the numbers because they keep tucking them into their pads. So.
Do they?
Oh, it's difficult. Well, now yesterday they had the jerseys on, and for some reason it seemed like Kovacic was Solnikov, and it was just
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Let's just say that.
Hey, if you can recall, do you know how much they raised from the auction last year, and are we getting anywhere close to that?
You know, today's going to be the big day for that because it seems like it's day 2. People kind of wait, and we have a silent auction going on, so it's going to get wild out here in a couple of hours. So we're excited about that.
Yeah.
And then last year, the Ice Bears have raised a ton of money over the years, and I think we were right at $5,000 last year. So that's exciting. We've got someone underwriting the cost of the jerseys, so that goes right back to the patients that we're serving.
We can beat that, folks. If you're listening out in the arena right now, we can beat that. Get over there and sign up on those silent auctions.
It's exciting.
That's just for folks listening in, but if you still would like to donate, if somebody does, they're listening right now on the radio, how can they donate?
It's super easy if you go to bcfo.org. We do have a donate button and a PayPal access on our website, and it's easy to do that, and then we'll send you a receipt in the mail that you can use on your taxes.
Now, besides that, and besides the Ice Bears, there's other events that I'm sure you have to hold. Now, when is your big, first of all, first question, part 1, about how many events a year do you hold? And second part of that question is, what's your biggest event?
How many events we hold, that would be tough to quantify because we personally host 4 or 5, but then the community is super active in fundraising for Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks. So there are things going on all the time that sometimes we only hear about when a group of students comes in and says, hey, we have a check presentation we'd like to do. We had a pink out for you last night. So we are very fortunate in that regard. And I think in so many cases because breast cancer affects so many.
Does it pick up in October?
Yes, it does. Yeah. This is BCFO season, if you will, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and our largest event was hosted last night, Hooked on Dance. We had about 1,000 people at the University Plaza Convention Center, and we raised right at $700,000.
Wow.
And you know, that sounds like a lot of money until you start paying mortgage payments.
Well, yeah.
You know, and I thought our 5,000 was amazing. But
oh, you know, your 5,000 is amazing. And so 5,000 would cover about 50 screening mammograms. So you look at a section of seating here and imagine 50 women who don't have access getting what they need. It's a big deal.
Fair enough. I can see that any amount helps, right?
It all helps. It does, and it takes everything that everyone's doing to make it possible for these women to get through it.
So then, what would just the foundation itself's biggest event be?
It was Hooked on Dance,
okay.
The one that we had last night, and that is definitely by far our largest event.
Now, do you go out there and participate in this? Or?
Oh, absolutely. So the event is actually a dinner, a live auction, and then a band. There is no formal dancing event. In fact, kind of a funny
that
story.
sounds like something I could go to.
You could.
I have 2 left feet. I would not want to be on the dance floor.
I have 3 left feet.
I'm going to do that.
You can. The dinner part's easy, and the live auction part is wild.
Yes.
And then the dancing part, well, we have the lights kind of dim. Everybody can get out there and do their thing.
That's true.
No, my thing hurt people a long time ago. I can't do it anymore.
So did I. I have a story about that, but that's for another time. Crystal Webster is joining us. She's the executive director of the BCFO Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks. One of the things that I wanted to also touch on was that besides women, this can affect men.
Oh, that's an important point you bring up. 1 in 1,000 men are diagnosed with breast cancer. Again, our stadium holds 1,100 here. So if you had 1,100 men, 1 of them would be diagnosed. That's something people don't think about.
I'm going to be looking around the arena for the whole third period just thinking about that right there.
Well, it's kind of scary. The challenge with being a man with breast cancer is you're not recommended to do screenings because the risk, the risks associated with screenings and the costs don't really outweigh, the risk outweighs the benefit in the case of men getting mammograms unless you're somehow assessed as high risk. Men do get mammograms. There are men who are carriers for the BRCA1 and BRCA2 genes. They may be recommended to get mammograms, and there are other men who may for other medical reasons. But generally, men don't see it coming.
Well, and that's my next question is, are there symptoms? And if they are not, then how would you get screened?
So, symptoms of breast cancer, a lot of times people find their own when they feel a lump. And so a lump anywhere in your breast tissue, whether you're a man or a woman, is something that should be cleared by a physician. If you have a lump, it would be smart to go into a doctor and find out exactly what it is. There are a number of conditions that can happen in breast tissue that aren't breast cancer, but there's no way to know for sure unless you make sure.
You are obviously very knowledgeable on this entire subject, and you have been for many, many years. I'm curious, have you had any formal education in this, or is this all what you've learned on the fly over the last 18 years?
It's funny. I went to nursing school once, but I'm not a nurse. Turns out I pass out at the sight of blood. That's kind of a bad deal. That doesn't
work very well.
I know.
Why
I haven't had formal education in breast cancer. I have a master's in healthcare administration, so I'm on the non-clinical side. But of course, I certainly wouldn't make any medical recommendations to anyone because I'm not a doctor.
But you do study all you can.
I try to read up on it, and I talk to the physicians that are on our board and ask a lot of questions, and I want to learn more.
As anyone would when they have that must invested emotionally in something, you're just going to study it and not even think about it.
Well, yeah, we want to be able to take care of people and not ever steer anyone in the wrong direction.
Crystal Webster joining us, Executive Director of BCFO, Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozark, bcfo.org. Almost everybody has access to the internet, but if they don't, is there a way that they can contact BCFO?
There absolutely is. We keep normal Monday through Friday office hours, and they can call us at 417-862-3838 or stop by the office. We're just west of Campbell on Republic Road in southwest Springfield. We're in the Westward Alliance building, and our sign's out there on the building. Just come on in. We'd love to see you if you've got questions, concerns, or want to learn more, or need access to resources. We've got a learning library there. We let people check things out and just try to be a resource.
Now, is there a network? Obviously, if somebody's listening, they say, I'm not in Springfield, so who can I talk to? Who can I contact? And I say that because I cannot tell you how many people, when they find out Missouri State has a hockey team, it's been 18 years and they just found this out. So if there's somebody listening right now, and the internet's a big thing.
It is.
Is there a network, or is there a main website that somebody can go to maybe to get some information on what might be locally in their town?
That's a challenging situation. There is no national clearinghouse of organizations like ours that I'm aware of. However, we have found that local United Ways do a pretty good job of aggregating community resources, so I might recommend that someone start with their United Way.
That would be a good place to start.
It would, and I've done some help for the United Way. It's a good organization. One thing that I think that people also need to know is all the money stays in-house. All the money stays with the BCFO. I know there's been in the past some other organizations where people really wouldn't give because of some mismanagement and things like that. But that doesn't happen here. Everything goes to help the women.
What if I told you that every dime that is donated goes back into programs and services? We cover our overhead by running 5 license offices. Also, people might call them the DMV or whatever, where you go to get your car tags and your driver's license.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are out for bid about every 4 or 5 years from the state of Missouri, and BCFO has been successful in bidding those. We operate 5 license offices. Between that and the fact that our office space, utility bill, trash, the whole shebang, is donated by Ryan O'Reilly, Mary Beth's son, our overhead is covered. So we are kind of odd in our setup in that if you're making a gift, you can expect it to go where it's going, all of it.
Overhead excluded.
Yes.
What are your goals for this year as far as donations?
So we've got that's a good question.
Yeah, we've established that every little bit counts.
Right, that's exactly right. So overall, if we set aside gross revenue from license offices and only consider net, our organization plans to generate about $1.8 million in revenue. Of that, we will have about $300,000 or $400,000 that is targeted for our endowment effort, meaning it will not be spent this year, but instead will be set aside to provide these resources forever to women in our community. So the remaining balance is about $1.5 million that our organization needs to operate and fulfill its role in providing these resources to over 1/3 of those diagnosed with breast cancer in the 31 county service area.
Don't let that number scare you folks out there. Get on it. Let's get after it.
That's right, bcfo.org. And the phone number again?
417-862-3838.
Crystal, we would love to talk another intermission, but unless we go into overtime, there's no other intermissions, and even then we don't have long enough time to talk.
Steve, Dan, it's been a delight to be invited. I appreciate you so much.
So good to see you again.
You
to see you again next year.
Yes, definitely next year. We're looking forward to it.
Appreciate that.
All right, that's Crystal Webster of the BCFO. We'll take a break. Be back. More hockey coming up in a moment. And we will not take that break. We're back at MediaCom Ice Park. As the third period is just about to start, Missouri State will skate from the left to the right, and from the right to the left it will be Arizona State. 2-0 Ice Bears. Goals by Patrick Johansson, his first on the power play, and Travis Barrett, his 5th on the power play. And Missouri State has that 2-0 lead as we entered to the third period. Ice Bears quickly with Andrew Kovacic across the line. Down the middle in front, Salnikov, and it's tipped up high. It'll go to the far side. Now the Ice Bears will work it. It will come from Chris Brown. Down in low. Cooley's there. Ice Bears have it. Snapshot missing wide as Salnikov got it. Kovacic. Right side. Low along the goal line. Swings around the official. Kovacic still with it. Gets it up high. Now works it to Anderson. Across to Brown. Here comes Brown. He shoots. He scores! Brown gets it past the goaltender in his lower right pad of Moore, and Missouri State has a 3-0 lead. And they did it on a power play, I believe, Dan.
Yes, that is a power play. Hey, Steve, I just got back from the concession stand. What I missed?
You missed a lot, including a goal.
Oh, wow, okay. That's why the power play's not still up there. Boy, you couldn't ask for a better way to start the third period, I'll tell you that. 3-0 your score now. Chris Brown with the goal. And again, the power play looking much better.
As we're back to live action, 19:15 remaining, and it's a 3-0 lead.
Scored by number 18, Chris Brown. Assisted by number 11, Brennan Anderson.
That's Brown's second goal.
And number 20, Andrew Kovacic.
So they
For the Ice Bears, a power play goal. Brown from Anderson and Kovacic. Time of the power play goal, 40 seconds in.
3 out of 5 on the power play. Much better numbers for the Ice Bears.
Much better numbers as the Ice Bears came in at 19.7%, 13 for 66. Now a reminder, The first 5 games of the season, they were a dismal 4% on the power play, and they've changed it up.
ASU now with a tall ladder to climb to get back into this one. As the puck comes all the way back to the Arizona State end.
And Missouri State with 4 defenders back, and they're able to chip the puck away. Arizona State wanted to change lines. They couldn't do it. Now it'll go to Miller at the red line. Tipped away from him, and backward will be set up for Studioso. But Barrett will race in. He'll drop down in low. Barrett gets around a man, still gets it poke checked away from him. It's out to center, and here will be Havner.
Adam Havner coming in on the right wing, working against Bradley Anderson, and Anderson got enough of him to slow the puck down as it advanced all the way into Brady Griffin. He'll scoop it up off the ice and stop play with 18:10 left in the third period. 3-0 Missouri State University. I'm Dan Lee along with Steve Casson on your play-by-play mics. Alex Somm doing the video chores for us tonight. Great as always, Alex. We appreciate you every time we get to see you. We're so happy to have you. And, of course, Mr. Reesner joining us on the stat sheet as Tim does a great job for us, too, down on the PA system. Tim Greasy. Have I covered everybody? I'm not sure. Face-off will come to the right. Excuse me, to the left.
Sorry, Dan, if you asked me a question, I had to talk to our audio director, Mickey, for a second there.
Now we got everybody. And the face-off is won by the Ice Bears as they'll take it back behind their own goal. The puck trickles out, and this might be an opportunity.
And it is for Missouri State for Sallenbach. He gets it checked off from Brown of ASU. Near side boards. Bradley Anderson gets a shot in, save, as Sallenbach was right on the doorstep. Held in by Maddie, trying to get it in front of Rubin, broken up by Garrett Brown, and it is cleared as he took a hit.
Well, he hit.
Maddie.
Yeah, he hit Garrett Brown. Quite the collision. Both players okay, no penalty. And it comes all the way back into the Ice Bears zone. They'll retrieve it. Start up on the right wing, go cross ice. Nope, pass intercepted. Good job by, I'll never get it right. Maxwell Elizade came up with that interception. Now they poke it back over the blue line.
Racing hard to the Ice Bears. Thornton raced and no icing, and he was racing as hard as he could to get to the hash marks, but just couldn't get there. 17:10 to go in the period. Want to let you know once again that there will be a showcase right here at MediaCom Ice Park, the Arizona State University Women's Showcase, coming up shortly, October 25th, 26th, 27th, right here at MediaCom Ice Park. We will have all the games that involve Arizona State. And on Saturday, we will have Concordia game in Ann Arbor. We'll have that one for you, too.
And the puck is won by ASU on the face-off. 17 minutes left in the third period. They trail 3-0 to the Missouri State University Ice Bears, but they keep it in the zone. On the attack now. Sun Devils trying to find a way to come back into this one. Here's Kowalchuk with the puck.
Chipped away as Rubin had it for a moment, but Kowalchuk will get a return pass from York.
And right back to Kowalchuk, and he'll lift it high into the zone. Ice Bears will try to track it down. Anderson got there first, shovels it back behind the goal. Ice Bears on the wing, now try to go across ice. This one gets through everybody.
And it will not be an icing. It's been waved off. Near side, goes to Demon. Demon's pass out to center in front of the Missouri State bench. Ice Bears will set it up out of their own zone. They're looking for a headman pass. Line change for Arizona. They get one off. Here's Perron. Sticks it through the corner, but it's taken away by Studioso out of Edmonds and cleared all the way down.
Schumacher works the defense, gets a crisp pass up ice, and the Ice Bears come across.
They do as they lead 3-0. All goals on a power play. Getting hit from behind is Perron, but no penalty, and the play continues. Comes back down to the Missouri State line.
Yager Larson had it momentarily. Now they get rid of it. Here's Jet Larson. He got a big goal last night, but this time he steers it into the corner as he was met head-on right out in front of Brady Griffin by the defense of the Ice Bears. Now it comes all the way back around behind. Oh, big collision there on the half board as one of the Ice Bears go down. I believe that was Bradley Anderson who went down, but he's back up and into the play. And he gets a pass away, and Missouri State has it back.
15:28 to go in the period. Puck cleared in. Ice Bears line change. Perron is the only forechecker. Almost stole the puck, too. Taken away by Studioso. Now he is held off at the half boards. Ice Bears cannot keep it in, but it's sent right in on laid offside. and Missouri State looking to finish that line change. 15:07 to go in the third period. A 3-0 lead for Missouri State. They did what they needed to do. 3 power play goals in this hockey game.
Here's Bradley Anderson racing back, and he collides with his man Levi Holston as they collapse into the corner and try to pin it up against the boards, and we're going to have a penalty. And I think it's going to go against the Ice Bears. It'll be on Bradley Anderson. Yeah.
It's a holding call.
You can hardly believe it, but yeah.
Yeah, he's arguing, saying what's going on. Our next broadcast for you, right here on Web Sports Radio, it will be Missouri State Division III as they take on the University of Nebraska. That'll be Friday, October 19th. We'll have it for you live from MediaCom Ice Park. That'll be our next broadcast on Web Sports Radio.
Hey, can you hold it down a little bit? We got the Bee Gees on the radio here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Face off to the right of Bronson Moore, excuse me. Hurl gets chased out. Havner will come in, and Havner wins the draw for Arizona State University. Jared Hurl circles back behind the goal, looks out front. Oh, Rubin is there to scoop it out.
Great defensive play, and he's able to clear it very quickly. 14:38 to go in the period. And puck is cleared out to center.
Only the second power play opportunity of the night? I believe so. Second opportunity for ASU. Is that what you're showing? Here's Havner with it on the left-hand side. Cross ice pass, and it rolls right up the blocker of Brady Griffin and into the near side. You want to double check that for me, Mike? That is the second power play opportunity. Okay. So it comes back the other direction. Here's York, top of the slot. His shot is knocked down by Anderson. Comes back out. York has it at the top again. Tries another one, and this time he looked low toward the 5-hole, and Brady Griffin shut the gate on him. Havner with a drive and right into the glove of Griffin, and he's going to get a well-deserved round of applause for that trio of efforts. 58 seconds left in the power play after the penalty to Missouri State University's Bradley Anderson. 3-0 your score. I'm Dan Lee along with Steve Casson on WebSportsRadio.com. Alex Sam on video. Mike Reisner, on the stat charts as we'll face off to the right of Moore.
You know, people think we have a lot of people that do our broadcasts. It's just us.
It's just us four. Well, sometimes Dr. Ben Goss is here. We miss him
tonight,
That's
true.
By the way.
He's usually between the glass, but wish him safe travels and wish him well.
And all the way back around it goes. Oh, a big elbow applied, and that's going to be a penalty.
And that, barring any further penalties, means we're 4-on-4 for 35 seconds.
Yeah, Levi Holston left nothing to the imagination there as he rocked back and took a whack at Travis Barrett. I believe it was who was the recipient of that. Was it Barrett? Or was it, now I'm not sure who
Larson.
it was.
Larson's going to go for interference.
Larson.
And that's Jagger Larson.
Well, Levi Holston is the one who delivered the elbow, and he went in.
They're getting both. They both went in the box.
Oh, no. Really?
So 2 minutes for Larson is up on the board, and there may be...
Maybe it's a major.
It's probably going to be a major.
Yeah, and...
Or Larson is serving it. I don't know yet.
Larson is serving 2 minutes, but maybe there's an additional major.
Well, no, that's what I mean. If there's a 10-minute major,
yeah,
or 10-minute misconduct, somebody where they just took it off. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on yet.
I think maybe they just they put the right number up. I thought it was Holston.
Okay, so Holston gets the 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that was Holston with the elbow.
But I thought Larson went into the penalty box also. So he probably got 2 and 10, and then they need somebody to serve, and it's probably Larson who's serving.
Right. More than likely. We'll wait for the call from Tim Greasy, the public announce addresser, but I think you're right. As the Ice Bears will go back to work on their 6th power play.
Immediately a shot in.
Arizona State penalties. Number 12, Levi Holston, 2 minutes for interference. Holston, 2 minutes interference. And number 7, Jagger Larson, 10-minute misconduct. Larson, 10-minute misconduct.
Well, we
time of the
had
penalties, 6:33 in the third period.
But it's still 2 and 10, and we were pretty sure about that. So that's what happened. And we'll go back to work with the Ice Bears. Shorthand. No, we're 4-on-4 right now.
For 12 seconds, and the Ice Bears will have power play number 6. Here they race with Salnikov, and it's broken away from him and cleared out to center ice. In 4 seconds, it'll be a power play for Missouri State. Ice Bears have that power play now. Puck comes in as Kovacic had it taken away from him, and it's sent all the way down. No icing. It was tipped by Brown.
Well, they're shorthanded now anyway.
Well, that's true.
So Barrett onto the ice, has his pocket picked, and it goes back behind into the corner, and Brennan Anderson's going to have to hustle, get back to it. Travis picks it up, looks to his left, now cuts to the middle, still in control.
Barrett comes down the line. He's held, no penalty. Play continues back down to the Missouri State zone.
Certainly looked like he might have been hooked on that play. Ice Bears will take it back behind their own goal. They've got everybody in position, and 46 seconds left on the power play.
Fans awfully quiet here. It's a 3-0 lead for the Ice Bears. Here's Barrett. He waits. He shoots up high. Missed it high over Moore. Stays in. It'll come to Barrett with some help from Johansson. Now high slot to Schumacher. Back over to Johansson. Over to Barrett, and it's off of his stick and cleared. Actually went behind his stick.
Yep, all the way down it goes. ASU will get a lot of fresh skates back out on the ice. Ice Bears almost got trapped in their own end by a solitary forechecker, but they get out.
14 seconds remaining in the power play. And it's Johansson. He gets it down in low, intercepted and cleared by Miller, and that may do it for the power play. And Dan, I don't think the Ice Bears did much on the power play at all.
No.
They can't even score on the power play.
Well, they've had 3 real good ones and 2 real bad ones, and that's a pretty good trade-off.
I'm being facetious, but here come the Ice Bears again across the line to Bratton, swept off of his stick, still held in. They do have 3 power play goals. They lead 3-0. Drive in, save, huge save, rebound backhander in front, save again, a third opportunity. The first save by Bratton, or the shot that is, Cooley with the second one, and 2 huge saves by Moore. We come the other way, right to left for Arizona State.
And here comes Hulston. Levi Hulston carries deep into the corner, all the way back behind the goal, gets hassled by Schumacher, and finally Schumacher takes it away. Good job by Brian. Now he'll send it all the way down the length of the ice. This will not be an icing call as it's picked up before the red line. And they'll come back the other way. Here's Budman. Budman loses it to Salnikov. And back across it comes to Bradley Anderson. Anderson will have to go the other direction, all the way over to the near half board. Spinning around with the pass out to center ice is Kovacic. He'll get it back after a little bit of pinball action, and now here comes Rubin.
He'll skid it in the zone, try to send it back to Kovacic. It's flipped up and into the netting, so the face-off will stay in the zone. That's a break for Missouri State. 10:16 to go in the third period. And a 3-0 lead for the Ice Bears.
And more importantly, the Ice Bears can change on that, and ASU cannot.
Well, no, it's not an icing. They can change.
They held up a hand and said, no, you stay there. It was intentional. I think they ruled it was intentionally flipped into the netting. Unobstructed and uncontested.
Oh, backhander in front as it was left right in front for Matty, and it was thwarted by the defense. Drive-in save. Rebound moved as Rubin gets tied up. Here's Matty to battle for it. He is on Jack York, who flips it up to the corner, stays in the zone. Still poking at it is Bradley Anderson. It's out to center.
Oh, misplayed there on the blue line, and ASU comes up with it. They'll dump it into the zone, though, and go for a line change in favor of attack plan.
9:46 to go in the period. Don't forget our Ice Bears Coaches Show, 10:30 tonight, live from Civil Kitchen and Tap. We hope you'll tune in on Web Sports Radio and Jock 98.7 FM in Springfield.
Another near turnover for the Ice Bears, but recovering nicely. And they'll bring it forward with Schumacher, or Matty, rather.
He'll send it in. This should not be an icing. It's not with 9:26 to go. Fans awfully quiet again, and it's packed here at MediaCom.
Chris Brown, nice cross-ice pass.
Puts it into the zone. Bradley Budman will intercept. Now it is Kowalchuk. The captain sends it all the way down. This is not an icing.
Racing forward is Brennan Anderson, and he'll get there before Jacob Lester does for ASU. Arizona State running out of time here. 9 minutes left in regulation. They trail 3-0 to the Ice Bears, but they have the puck on the stick. No, swiped away. Here's Missouri State.
Ice Bears with some numbers, but now they line change. It's Thornton on the ice. Over to Perron, and as he got the shot off, he had the partially bouncing puck that he couldn't get a hold of.
Comes back the other direction. Nice puck work from Geely, and Jake will chase it down himself for ASU. Centers out in front, played by Brady Griffin, right back behind the goal, and it comes to the near corner. Crunching along the boards there as 5 players go to work on each other. Missouri State comes up with it, though. And now taken back by ASU, stolen away by Amaya. Garrett Amaya at the blue line, lost it from behind. Here's Perron.
Line change for Arizona State. The shot by Perron is deflected up by John Studioso, and the face-off will stay in the Arizona State zone.
By the way, got to meet with Sasha's mom just a little while. Sandy Perron is out in the lobby, and she tugged on my sleeve and wanted to say thank you very much for letting them listen to the broadcast back home. And we're so glad to do it for you. And very nice lady. Mostly she talked about me.
Oh, well, good. That's fine.
Here's Arizona State University trying to get back into it.
And how you can't stump me on trivia questions?
Yeah, something to that effect, yeah. Comes all the way back behind Missouri State University. Oh, puck chipped up. Almost became a problem, but no, it's on the half board. O'Brien chips it out of the zone. Arizona State will have to wait.
Lead pass to Barrett, 2-on-1. Barrett waits, he shoots, and through some traffic, big save. Huge save by Moore. Now comes to Bratton, he shoots and a save Moore. Rebound in front, and Barrett missed it wide. Behind the net to Barrett, looking in front. Tried to get O'Brien. Barrett is hauled down, no penalty, play continues. It's a 2-on-2 now, Arizona State.
Gavin Klein crisscrosses with Havner. Klein carries into the left side. Good poke check from Carson Warning, puts it into the end board, and Warning will pin his man there. Now he gets some help. Puck slides free and comes all the way around the far corner. Taken there by Schumacher. Bryan spins back, thought about going in front of his own goal and thought wiser of it as Hurl was coming in on the forecheck. Now it comes to the face-off circle, bounced along the blue line, chipped up in the air, gloved down by Barrett. Barrett couldn't do anything with it. It comes out of the zone.
In front of the Arizona State bench, Missouri State able to change up as now it'll be Kowalczyk who gives it back to York, and he'll set it into the zone.
Jack York headmans the puck to Jacob Lester. He'll carry in. Now left it for Hurl. Hurl lifts a high shot toward the corner, but it was knocked down defensively by Carson Warnick. Now here's Jet Larson. Larson's shot is deflected. Warning all over the ice there with that deflection, and it comes back to the near half board. So Carson putting in some quality defensive work right now. He's got the puck. He wheels it around the corner. Gets it to Solnikov. Solnikov ahead.
To Barrett, 2-on-2. Barrett looking for Kovacic. Held down, no penalty. And the puck is cleared all the way down. It was tipped, so no icing.
Derek Smith has to get there before Jet Larson does. Left it behind, but it was a good thing as both players overskated the puck, and Missouri State University takes advantage.
Ice Bears send it all the way down. This will be an icing call. 6 minutes exactly remaining in the third period. Missouri State next week, they will be at Oakland University. That's at 8:45 next Friday. And a Thursday game for Arizona State. They will be in Colorado. They will take on Colorado State. That's Thursday at 8:30 next Thursday.
6 minutes left to go in this hockey game. 3-0 Missouri State University trying to hang on.
Did I say Thursday twice? I think I said Thursday at 8:30 next Thursday.
Did you?
I think so.
I was busy doing something important.
Yeah. Oh,
it goes on like this all the time.
There's a timeout, by the way.
No, you didn't say that.
There's a timeout, by the way, Dan.
Yeah, we're not missing any action for this little kibitzing here. 33-23, your shots on goal in favor of the Ice Bears. Well, and as bad as Missouri State looked in the second period, and as good as ASU looked in the second period, I think things have pretty much turned around here in the third.
Yeah, it really has. And Missouri State did what they needed to have. They did what they needed to do. At 18:51 of the second, Barrett gets a power play goal. 40 seconds into the third, Brown gets a power play goal, his second of the season. And that's what the Ice Bears needed to do, was create some separation, and they did do it. Well, I think Dan Dowell's asleep at the switch. Either that or he's actually officially working right now. Haven't gotten anything from Dan Dowell other than Illinois and Illinois State. It's 2-1 Illinois mid of third, and Lindenwood 8-0 over Robert Morris. That's through two, probably in the third now.
ASU wins the draw. They launch a shot from Brown, Garrett Brown. Goes up high over the crossbar, off the back glass. Missouri State University trying to get out of their own zone. No, swiped away. Here's a one-timer and a good blocker save that time from Brady Griffin off the stick of Elizade, and now ASU has to retreat momentarily. Missouri State has the puck on the stick. Good lead pass, but it's a little bit too good, and it bounces off the stick, taken away once again by Demon, and now Alexander lost it. Now it comes back the other way, and finally ASU will be forced to dump it in and go get some fresh skates. Missouri State University leading 3-0, 5:15 left, third period. Now just waiting to see if ASU will tip their hand defensively, and now finally they'll skate out from behind their own goal.
It'll go to Perron, lead pass now to Solnikoff. He breaks free, and a good play by York to break it off the play. Solnikoff again gets it in front, broken up this time by Kowalchuk. And a couple of players collide behind the net. Now we come the other way, left to right in front of the Missouri State line and bench, and it's broken up nicely by the Ice Bears.
Taken away by ASU. Palumbo and Austin gets rattled into the boards a little bit, but the puck
is out
free.
to center, racing hard and trying to get to the puck and getting to it. In front is Rubin, and a shot, or make that Sollenbach with a shot that was denied off the side of the net. Puck gloved in by the Ice Bears, held in. Here's Matty, drive, save, and sprawling to cover it up is Bronson Moore. 4:23 to go in the third period. 35-25 are the shots in favor of Missouri State. They lead 3-0. Johansson, 13-15 of the first, his first. Barrett, his fifth on the power play at 8:51, and then 40 seconds into the third, Brown at power play, his second of the season. All goals on the power play. Puck cleared out.
Here's Havner working on Smith, comes in and tries to go to the far side, and he is stuffed by Brady Griffin as a couple of players go down. And again, Brady Griffin solid as a rock there in the blue paint. 35-26 shots on goal in favor of the Ice Bears. 4:12 left, 3-0. Missouri State University leads it over Arizona State University. Into the face-off circle, Levi Holston for ASU. But the Ice Bears win the draw. Good job by Matt Matty to win that one. Back behind the goal, though, ASU takes it away. Out to the point. Working is Kenneth Miller, and Miller's pass is chipped out of the zone.
Back down to the ASU end of the ice. John Studioso will have it. He flips it back down to the Ice Bears zone where it's handled by goaltender Griffin.
Long pass to Rubin.
And he will have it and shoot it in on the near side boards, back behind the net. Dan, I mentioned earlier a lot of California products for the Sun Devils. Your Larson's from Rancho Mirage, Brady Budman's from Foothill Ranch, California.
Yeah.
Also Palm Springs, Jet Larson. Temecula, Michael Wiggins. Fountain Valley, Jake Geely. A lot of California players.
Good hockey talent in California nowadays. Here's Havner sneaking across the blue line. Now he spins around and backhands it deep into the zone. Tapped by Brady Griffin. Picked up by Anderson. He'll backhand the pass over to Carson Warnig. Warnig looks out, finds an open man. They bank it off the boards. Rubin will tip it ahead, but it's taken by ASU right about the red line. Hurl gets checked off the play. Picked up by Budman, and Bradley Budman tries to work the right side to Jet Larson. Can't keep it on his stick, and it comes back behind the goal, and now we're going to get a whistle.
Play with high stick. No, we get a high sticking penalty. That's what it is against Missouri State. Matty is going to go for, or is that Schumacher? Yeah, Schumacher's going to go. It's a high stick. So this will be power play number 3 for Arizona State.
And that has had a lot to do with the outcome of this game as well. Missouri State University managing to keep themselves out of the penalty box.
Yeah, Ice Bears penalty kill 87.5% coming into today's game.
So, power play opportunity for ASU to get back into this thing in the late going.
They clear it all the way down. 12-4, make that 2:41 to go in this third period. And a 3-0 lead for Missouri State.
Excuse me, Jack York starts the rushes. He comes up on the right side and dumps it into the zone. Comes all the way back around to the left side. Out in front. Oh, fanning on the clear. The Ice Bears had a chance to get it out of there, and a fan keeps it in. And now they'll work it. Here's York. One-timer by Havner, and he broke his stick into a million pieces. He'll have to head to the bench and get some fresh lumber.
Well, he's going to stay off, and Kowalchuk comes on. Now we get a whistle into the corner hand pass.
1:19 left in the power play. 2:09 left here in the third period. Still 3-0 Missouri State University. And the players kind of having an exchange of words here.
Little couple of.
I know what it is. He's looking at it and saying, hey, you guys, we usually go over to Civil Kitchen for a little something after the game tonight.
Exactly. I know they're going to do the coaches show, but why don't we come on down and.
You wouldn't believe the beer menu there. They've got a long list of different kinds of beer.
The food menu is amazing.
Oh, yeah. Best
Absolutely.
onion rings around.
Yeah, no, you can't stay, can you?
No, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I do miss those onion rings. Oh, baby.
They are good. Matt, you going to come?
Be there for the coaches show later on. Or if you can't be there, be listening to our sister station, Jock 98.
Yeah, if you like burgers, they have a burger special, $7 burger special.
In honor of the Ice Bears.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Somebody just went to the dressing room. I don't know who it was, but
we'll get the call here in a second, but somebody just got a game misconduct. Well, maybe not. It's only 2:09 left. If they got any kind of major, they would be done for the night.
Or they just decided to leave. Puck is cleared all the way down, 2:04 to go. 3-0 Ice Bears. Goals by Johansson, Barrett, and Brown, all on the power play in each period. 1:05
left, and there had to have been a misconduct because there's still only one penalty on the board, and it's still a power play for ASU. 5-on-4, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we have 50 seconds left, still a 5-on-4.
Yep. So, ASU trying to get something going here. York will have to retreat as the puck slid outside the zone. Waits for his teammates to come back on. Now they'll give it to the slot. On the wing now, and trying to break free through everything is Gavin Klein. He can't get it done. Lifted high by Maddie and out of the zone.
All the way down, no icing, 25 seconds to go in the penalty, 1:13 remaining in this third period. Nobody forechecking for Missouri State. They're content with a 3-0 lead to hang back. Here comes Kowalczyk.
Kowalczyk cuts to his left, now drops the pass off at the point where the shot is taken. Saved by Brady Griffin as he had to collapse down a little bit to cover that 5-hole. 1 minute left.
And the player of the game has been announced, and it will be Brady Griffin.
I don't think there was any question about that.
Goalie Brady Griffin.
The Steak and Shake player of the game, Brady Griffin. There's still 38 seconds left to work.
37 seconds left.
Back at full strength.
Here comes Studioso.
John Studioso will dump it in deep. Derek Smith will try to get there before Amaya can get there, but Garrett, no match, and it comes out. Ice Bears flip it out of the zone with 20 seconds to go. Now it gets knocked back toward the Missouri State zone. Now lays dormant and spinning right there at the red line.
13 seconds. Puck cleared into the Arizona State end of the ice. And 9 seconds remaining.
And ASU's had enough.
They're content. Oh, they're content to let time run out. And Missouri State takes a 3-0 win. And the Ice Bears improve to 9-2-1 this season.
And we can say it now, the shutout for Brady Griffin.
That's right. Did not want to mention the shutout, but it is a shutout, and Brady Griffin will win it. And when we did the interview, or I did the interview with Brady Griffin, I asked him, what do you think when you're on the ice? And I'm going to ask him, what did he think about that last 30 seconds? I'm sure it had to be a little crazy for him.
I know he was taking a deep breath. You could see it from here when he made that last stop. He was taking a pretty deep breath.
Sure.
So we'll talk to him in just a minute. Do we have time to recap the goals before he gets there?
Keep an eye on if he comes, but first goal of the game is a power play goal. Patrick Johansson gets it. This one is a blast. Schumacher with the assist. 1-0 Ice Bears. This goal coming at 13:15 of the first. Then in the second, it's Barrett at 18:51, a power play goal, his fifth. Bratton and Johansson with the assist, and Missouri State has a 2-0 lead. And then the last goal is Chris Brown's 40 seconds into the period on a power play. Anderson and Kovacic will get the assists, and Brown tweeners makes it a 3-0 game, and that's where things end up.
And we're not going to see the Ice Bears leave the ice just yet because they have some jerseys to strip out of.
That's right. And
but in the meantime, we do have Brady Griffin, who is putting the headphones on as we speak, getting ready for our interview.
One of the guys who is going to be giving his jersey to a fan a little bit later is Brady Griffin. And Brady, if you remember our interview that we had a couple of days ago, I asked you what goes through your mind when you're out there playing. So I have to know, what went through your mind that last minute of this game, knowing you were going to get that goose egg possibly?
Just keeping it simple and sticking to what I was doing the whole game and just making sure I just take every puck myself and don't worry about the next one until I make that save.
Obviously, you had a chance to play yesterday. Everything went well. You only gave up one, and then you played a day. Did you feel that things were a little bit easier for you today?
Yeah, I feel like the nerves were a little less extreme, and I don't know. I felt more comfortable today. I felt like I could just go out there and play, and hopefully hope for the best.
You know, this is for a charity tonight as far as the breast cancer awareness and those special jersey tonight. You do realize your stock on that jersey just went up tremendously since you pitched a shutout tonight.
Thank you.
So, what, is that worth an extra 100 or so, do you think?
We'll see.
Of course, you get into the shutout realm. Brady Griffin also, or Brady Griffin, I mean, you get one, but I meant Bailey Stevens also has one, so you guys can talk amongst yourselves to see who's better, right?
Oh, yeah, we'll see.
Well, that's a good, friendly kind of rivalry to have, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We all three, we have a good relationship on and off the ice, and we really push each other every day at practice and games and everything.
Now you take on Oakland, and then you guys get a rest. So what do you guys have to do against a team that you've never faced before?
I think we just need to come out and expect them to be a top 5 team like we're used to playing, and we just need to play them like there's no way, there's nothing we can do but win. Can't go home anything but winners.
Well, congratulations on being the Steak and Shake player of the game. I know it's worth a little something to you.
Thank you.
All right, Brady Griffin, congratulations
Great
again.
job, Brady.
Thanks, Steve.
He is the player of the game, the Steak and Shake player of the game. And again, don't forget, a couple of broadcasts coming up. In fact, our next broadcast right here on Web Sports Radio, it'll be the Division III game against University of Nebraska right here at 7 o'clock, 6:50 with the pregame. Division III action, and in about an hour or so we will have the Ice Bears Coaches Show live from Civil Kitchen and Tap, and we're going to have that for you right here on Web Sports Radio on the audio side only, and on Jock 98.7 FM, our sister station that we normally broadcast with. Power plays tonight: Missouri State 3 for 6, Sun Devils of Arizona State 0 for 3. Relatively nice for Missouri State as far as penalties go. Just 5 for 18 tonight and 9 for 34 for the Sun Devils. That did include 10-minute majors that were assessed to both teams, 1 to each team. And as I mentioned, the Ice Bears improved to 8-2-1 this. No, actually, 8 or 9. 2-1.
9.
Yeah,
9,
they are 9-2-1 this season, and falling to 2-6-0-1 are the Arizona State Sun Devils. Power plays abound for Missouri State, all 3 on the power play: Johansson, Barrett, and Brown. That'll do it from Mediacom Ice Park as the Ice Bears take 2 out of 3 this weekend until November. We're not going to play the Ice Bears D1 until November. I'm Steve Casson for Dan Lee and for Alex Somm and for our statistician Matt Reisner. Good night.
So long.
You've been listening to Missouri State Ice Bears Hockey with your host, Steve Casson. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ice Bears Hockey is a presentation of DS Sports Enterprises and WebSportsRadio.com.